all of the cards for Order Shift, the new expansion for Shadowverse is finally revealed. And guess who is gonna take some of his time to review all of the cards to see what sort of potential memes and dreams we will have in our upcoming expansion. Well, of course, me, no one else. I'm gonna review everything. There's nothing more about this. But yes, let's get started right on with our first card, Iris Sky Spirit. So I'll be honest, I already looked at some of the cards previously. Of course, like probably from the first few days or so, but I haven't actually seen the latest few cards yet. And I think Iris is one of the latest ones. So at base, Iris is a 3 mana 2/2 that draws 2 cards and add 2 to the number of cards you play this turn if it's fused with at least 1 card. So if you want to think about it, it's kinda like, how should I say? Personally, I think this will fit quite well into Magachio. I'm not sure if it will fit well into Magachio, but that's where the first impression strikes me most. Other than that, it works as a cycle card. You fuse 1 card into Iris and then you get to draw 2, which is basically what, net 0. You get a body on board, you get 3 extra cards played, which counts towards ticket, which counts towards, I think, mostly ticket, as well as Oberon. I just realized it counts towards Oberon as well. And it draws 2. And you just need to pay 1 more follower for it to invoke May. I'm not going to talk about Rain because Rain is rotating. So, but what I'm really most interested in is actually the transmuted form. Of course, we need to take note that of course that you need to have these like at least 3 turns before your actual turn. You need to sacrifice 3 Forest Craft cards for you to transmute into Iris Soaring Spirit, but the card Iris Soaring Spirit is really, 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 really interesting. It's an 8 mana 4/4. Okay, it looks terrible. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It does look really terrible. 8 mana 4/4, but the fanfare effect is very, very spicy. You subtract X from the cost of all Forestcraft cards in your hand and deck, and X equals the number of different allied Forestcraft cards fused this match. Now, how easy is it to fuse cards for Forestcraft? Honestly, I think it might be pretty easy. After all, we still have Cleaver Cat in rotation right now, and this expansion is all about fusion. I don't think it will be that difficult to get even 8 or even 10 Forestcraft cards fused this match and also refill your hand at the same time. I mean, having a 10 mana discount through your entire deck sounds insane. But we do have to know that it is an 8 mana card. And wait, this affects the hand, right? Well, this attack affects the hand. You might not even need to go through your deck. If you have it in hand already, then that's good enough. I'm thinking of an Oberon OTK. That's the immediate first thing that comes to my mind when I see Iris. Either Oberon or Ticket. One of these two. I'm not sure if there's any other good targets for Iris right now other than these 2 finishers. But because I haven't seen the rest of the cards, but let's take a look at them. For now, should I rate these based on meme tier? I feel like I should rate these based on meme tier. I'm not that much of a meta player, but I guess I should give a meta rating as well. Out of 5 stars, I will probably give Iris, for the base version, I like the fact that it's a cycle and that it doesn't really stop you, although it is a 3 mana. So since it's a 3 mana and Forestcraft doesn't usually like playing 3 mana followers, I'll give the base form a 2 star. That's my thought process. I don't think Forestcraft wants to play a 3 mana follower for any reason at all. Even if it's card neutral, even if it basically is one card acting as 3 cards. But on a meme tier, I will probably give Iris a lot more. Maybe even a 4. it is a really spicy effect after all. Next, we have our next legendary, Frostborn Princess. It's a 1 mana 1/1 that immediately solidifies Frostborn Princess as a 4-star card. Forestcraft love 1 mana followers, and the fact that it actually has more upsides to it on fanfare is actually gonna be pretty insane. If you play 2 other cards, this card gains Storm. If you play 4, this card evolves for free. And if you play at least 6, it returns to your hand. Okay, first off, I don't know. I feel like this effect is really odd, like the ordering. Usually, you would thought that this effect, the 6 play effect, it goes earlier. My thought process, you will go at the end of your turn, return this card to your hand, then you gain Storm, and then you evolve. But funnily enough, this returns to your hand after you play at least 6 cards. Which I don't quite get the rationale of. Why do you want this card to return to your hand after you play 6 cards? Don't you want this card to return to your hand earlier? Is it because of balancing issues? Currently, I have no idea what to do with this effect. Like, I don't see the point. I really don't see the point. But in terms of meta-wise, this is a solid 4. In fact, maybe even 5, since Castel is a thing. You could easily buff this to become a 7/7 Storm. Or even a 10/10 Storm. 2 of these and it's basically lethal. Yeah, it's literally 2 of these and it's lethal. 2 of these Frostborn Princess and 2 Frostborn Princess and 3 Castel's Verdant Prayer, and it's lethal once you have 20 allied Forestcraft followers leave play. And of course, I don't think the 6 point effect is really relevant, but you know what? I guess it's a nice effect to have, or not nice, depending on how you look at it. But we'll see how relevant this is once the expansion drops tomorrow. And speaking of expansion dropping tomorrow, I'll be streaming live around 1 hour after the expansion drops, because I accidentally arranged something beforehand that kept me busy all the way through expansion drop. But immediately after that, I'll be going live once again, streaming, testing out new cards and new decks. So if you're interested, be sure to come and check it out. We're gonna have a lot of fun, trust me. Next, we have Sapling Steward, the first Forestcraft goal. If at least 2 other allied followers are in play, destroy 2 and draw 2 cards. This is theoretically a cycle card. Theoretically. You see, Forestcraft generates fairy followers. Right now, we don't have a lot of fairy followers generators. Our best one is actually Cannon. If Cannon dies, you get 1 free follower in hand. If Cannon doesn't die, you still have 1 free follower on board. So I think the rationale behind this is you play Cannon on 1, you play another follower on 2, followed by Sapling Steward, and then you get to draw 2 cards, and you also get 2 one fairy plus 1 fanfare effect off in hand, which is actually sounds pretty decent, not gonna lie. I like cycle, I like consistency, so the fact that we can actually sacrifice 2 followers, which prevents board locking, and also draw 2 cards is pretty great. Personally, I think this is really good, just to sacrifice 2 probably weak followers for 2 extra card resources from your deck. It's a 1 play point, so that already solidifies it at like probably a 3-star. This effect I think is strong enough. Will it be a staple though? Castel, I want to run this. Barry has a reason to run this. Combo, I mean, it's a 1 play point. There is a reason to run this. I think this might actually be a staple in most decks. What about Magachio though? Let me think about Magachio. Magachio needs consistency. The fact that this draws cards probably will make Magachio really consistent. So this might actually become a meta staple. So right now, I'll give it a 5 upon 5. I think it's okay, maybe not 5 upon 5, 4 upon 5. 4 upon 5, since it's really generic, it's just a solid card, 1 play point card for Forestcraft in general. Okay, so remember when I talked about how Iris is a really spicy card? This is the reason why. Rain of Arrows. Okay, the base form looks really boring. It's just a deal 3 to all enemy followers. If you play 2 other cards, it deals sticks instead, and then you draw a cycle. So it's a really good board clear if you're a control deck control forest might become a thing now with all the control archetypes they're pushing. But the spicy effect comes when you fuse 6 or more cards into this card at once, turning it into a Deluge of Arrows, which is an 8 mana card that draws cards until there are 7 in your hand and deals X to all damage enemies, where X equals the number of cards drawn. So, first, I really want to know what happens if you discount the base version, Rain of Arrows, and it transmits into the Deluge of Arrows. Would it actually keep the discount? That would be... Imagine if Rain of Arrows, if you discount Rain of Arrows, it actually keeps the discount on Deluge of Arrows. That might actually break the card. Oh, hi, I'm welcome to the stream. You're probably the only one. You can see here while we review through this card, which is going on YouTube in probably 2 hours or so. So what's my thought process? Right. Obviously, this is going to be a full hand card. You need to fuse at least 6 cards. So this will be the 7th card, and then Iris will be the 8th card. 8th card, 9th card. Well, there is a possibility that you do have one hand space to actually. You just watch Ini's review. Well, you can also share his thoughts here. I haven't actually watched his review yet. I'm going into this blind, so maybe I'll probably be watching his review after this to see how far off the mark I am. But anyways, so obviously base form I think is really solid for a control deck. It's for 6 damage on turn 5. 6 damage kills turn 5. I think is really solid. So just based on that on that alone, I'll say this is at least a 4. The Deluge of Arrows feels unplayable without Iris. I feel like it's really unplayable. 8 mana deal 7 at most is terrible. Yeah, 8 mana deal 7 to all enemies is terrible. But if you can discount this, especially if you can keep the discount, if it transmutes from Rain of Arrows, I think there's potential for some really spicy OTKs. I'm excited for it. I personally, based on itself, Deluge of Arrows is literally unplayable. I'll give it a solid 1 out of 5. But if it keeps discounts, I'm gonna give it a 4 on the meme tier. Not 5, because there's still a bit of RNG involved. But that it will be at least a 4. It'll be at least a 4. It's a really interesting effect, and especially if it keeps the discount, if it transmutes from Rain of Arrows. I mean, it's possible, right? Technically, they're the same card, right? You don't think it keeps the discount? If it doesn't, then Deluge of Arrows might actually straight up be unplayable. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Let's move on. Scavenger's Garret. What is this? 4 mana. Okay, 4 mana. I don't even need to look at this anymore. This is unbelievable. Next. We are moving on. But actually though, if you're playing Forest Craft and you're playing a 4 mana card, I think something's wrong. Actually. Most Forest Craft decks don't care about 4 mana cards unless they do something immediately to your opponent's face. It needs to be aggro. But this one, deal 3 to an enemy follower, it summons a favorite treasure. What's a favorite treasure is even? You draw 2 cards. Come on. You have better things to do. Why play 4 mana to deal 3 to summon a favorite treasure for a 5/5 ward when you can do literally anything else? You can probably be clearing your opponent's entire board. You can be advancing your own win condition, combo win conditions. Magachiyo, playing 4 followers for them to die so your castle gets active sooner. Or would you rather play 4 mana 3/3 that does 3 to 1 enemy follower? Literally unplayable. 0. This is a 0 star. You won't play this ever. You will not play that ever. Oh wait, this is a new card. I haven't seen this one yet. Warden of the Woods. Fanfare, choose one of these cards and subtract 1 from its cost. What are they? Forest of Dreams. 1 mana, stores 2 times. Hoi Bagas, welcome to the stream. Enjoy yourself while I go through all of the cards in preparation for a video that I'll be uploading in about 2 hours or 3 hours, depending on how long this takes. Woodlands Band, 3 mana. Okay, I'll read it as with the discount. So this is a 1 mana store for 2 turns. Store 1 enemy follower for 2 turns. I think this is pretty decent. Woodlands Band is a 2 mana. If at least 4 allied followers are in play, all of them gets 2 attack. So assuming you have probably like 4 followers, 4 1/1s, they'll become 3 3s. Don't quite see it. What's Wood of Brambles? Wood of Brambles, you put 2 fairies into your hand, but it's a 2 mana. Well, it's 1 mana actually. No, it's 1 mana. 1 mana to put 2 fairies into your hand. When this is in play, all allied followers in play and comes into play have clash deal 1 to the enemy follower. This effect is. Wait, how expensive, Warden? 3. So you can. Earliest you can get this is turn 4. Decent but doesn't fit into the deck. Is that what you think? Let me just think for a second. Turn 4 store 1 follower for 1 mana. Sounds good. Turn 4 2 play point, play 2 followers. 6/6. Potential. If we have 0 play point followers, I think there's potential. But if we don't, no potential at all. Brambles was really good 4 years ago. Well, guess what? I don't think 1 damage is really relevant when you are only having 1 once. So 1 mana on turn 4, you get 2 fairies, you play 4 cards, and then you play another one. And then you invoke May. Will it be good? Assuming, let's think, 1 mana, 2 fairies, plus a May, you plus 1 follower, and then you invoke May. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. They are getting a lot of risk. Oh well, I need to see the risk cards then. But as of now, I don't see a use for Warden. It feels really, really off. The Woodlands Band feels I think with the Woodlands Band is really hard to play. Wood or Brambles, questionable. I'm not sure if you want to run a 3 mana 3/3 for it though. 3 mana 3/3. Okay, I guess you can fuse it away if you don't need it. You can fuse it away if you don't need it. But I think there are better cards you can run. Definitely. I want to see your Whisk card first. Which one is it? Okay, oh, is this one of them? Oh yeah, Fairy Whisk. Fairy is the 0 mana one, right? Yes, Pining for Home. Okay, so this is the first one. 1 mana, restore 2 to your leader. At the end of turn, if you play at least 3 cards this turn, put a Fairy Whisk into your hand. Wait, can we get this out on turn 2? Turn 1, play a follower. Turn 2, wing inversion. 2 Pining for Home, you get 2 Whisk. Turn 3, you get 2 Whisk. Return 1, return 2. I agree. I think this is insane. This is going to be a staple. Why? 0 mana cards in Forest Craft is disgusting. You think 1 mana are good, 0 mana is amazing. I mean, of course, there's the downside where you cannot play this once you play 2 other cards. But I think just playing this card first is amazing enough by itself. You just get 1 free activation on any cards that wants you to play at least 4 or more cards a turn, which is actually a lot considering we do have 1 card already, which is Frostborn. Oh wait, you can combo with Sapling. You can combo with Sapling. Oh wow. But that's at earliest a turn 4, right? We need to get this out on turn 3. We need a Whisk on turn 3. If that's how we want to break the game for Forest. So if you want to play this on turn 2, we still need to, unless there's a fanfare that puts a Fairy Whisk into your deck, into your hand for like 1 play point, we still need to get this on turn 2, which the best way right now I can think of still requires wing inversion. So it goes something like a player follower on turn 1, you on turn going into turn 2, you transform the follower and then you play 2 Pining for Home, which gives you 2 Whisk, or even just 1 play point card and 1 Pining for Home, which should be enough to get you a Fairy Whisk for your turn 3 play. Definitely will become a staple. I don't think the heal 2 is relevant at all, but the fact that you get a Fairy Whisk is really good. So I'm not sure how game breaking this will be. Ozumi's UL is going to be stronger with this or T4 OTK. I don't want to think about UL, man. I mean, okay, I might consider thinking about UL, but for now, this rotation is already spicy enough. I think just going to theory craft decks for rotation is going to take so much of my brain power. But okay, so for now, I'll give this it's a staple, but it's only if you play 3 cards a turn. I think this will deserve at least a 4. It deserves at least a 4, 4 upon 5, but it remains to be seen. I think it borderlines between 3 to 4. So maybe 3.5, 3.5 upon 5. I think that's a good number, a good rating to give for this card. But let's move on. Wise Bear, 6 mana. Okay, I don't need to look any further. 6 mana cards are useless. Okay, yeah. Wait, actually, let's give it a chance. What is this? Summon 2 fairies and evolve them. Okay. Whenever an allied fairy comes into play, deal 1 to the enemy leader and restore 1 to your leader. Yeah, never mind. That card doesn't exist. I'm not even gonna bother giving a rating. What is this? Ageless Bystander. 2 mana, 2/2 rush. Oh. Oh. 2 Fairy Wisp? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, wait. 2 Fairy Wisp. This is insane. Okay. I guess 2 mana, evolve, 4/4 rush, trade into 1 follower. You play 1 Fairy Wisp, and then you play into Sapling, which destroys them. You get 4 cards on. No, you still evolved. Is this a blind review? I mean, I'm going as blind as I can, but of course I've seen some cards already, like the first 5 and then a couple of ones, but I haven't seen the bronzes, the silvers, and actually some of the legendaries as well. So, and I definitely did not see this card. Like, oh my god, 2 Fairy Wisp. I mean, of course, it's on evolve turn. Of course, which means at earliest turn 4, earliest turn 4, maybe late if you can get it off for turn 5 if you're going first. But how relevant is 2 Fairy Wisp post turn 5? Post turn 5, who do you want to activate post turn 5? Magachio, but if you're post turn 5 Magachioing, a Fairy Wisp doesn't really matter anymore. Although I do say they are still good for cycle with the new goal. With the new goal follower, where is it? With the Sapling Steward, it's still good for cycling. I might actually bump Sapling up to a 5. I think it might actually become a staple now. Now that we are actually getting a Fairy Wisp back in rotation. You can T4 evolve this just for 4 cards play. T4, yeah, turn 4. This makes it like 3. This is 3 cards in just 1 evolve for 2 mana. And then if you play it with just 1 other card is like Sapling. Sapling is probably the best card to pair with this. You get 2 extra draw as well, which is also hand neutral. No, it's actually hand positive. 2 plus a 0 plus a 1, you draw 2, and then you get another play point, and then you get Invoke May. It's basically hand neutral or hand positive. You cycle through a deck really fast with this. I think this will probably be one of the best bronze forests is gonna receive this expansion. So this deserves at least a 4. It can even go up to a 5. It could really well become a staple. This is at least a 4. What is this? Cutie Cat. 3 mana, 2/1 Storm. Agro Forest. 3 mana, 4/3 Enhance 5. Summon a Cutie. 5 mana, 4 damage. 7 mana, 6 damage. Nope. Trash. Nope. Oh, Nature's Guidance. They're repeating cards now? They actually do that? Nature's Guidance. I played this in Unlimited. I find it really good just drawing a card. Honestly, I prefer the Woodland Forest Ranger version where you draw a follower, but I think drawing a card is still fine for a Forest Craft. You cycle through your deck and you also accelerate quite Amulet as well. Okay, this one's interesting. It returns amulets as well. You know, I think this is just still a good card. I think it's just gonna be a good staple. Man, why not just put this in a basic set if you're just gonna reprint it, man? Cygames, hello, what are you doing? Solid card, 3. 3 is the base mark. It's just like playable. Staple, I'm not sure. Actually, might be a staple. Staple is like a 4. Next up, we are moving on to Swordcraft. Swordcraft, Rosalie, Enduring Hope. 6 mana, 6/6 fusion followers. Okay, I'll reach the fusion later. We'll look at the first form first. Ward fanfare restore X to your leader, recover X pay point. X is equals to a number of cards fused to this card. Reduce damage from effect to 0 and cannot be destroyed or banished by effects. It's like a Xion. It's like Xion for 6 mana. When 3 or more cards are fused to this card at once, transmute this card into Rosalie Everlasting Hope. So if this wants to go to 0 mana, you need to, essentially a 0 mana, you need to fuse 2 cards each turn for 3 turns. I don't think Swordcraft has enough draw for that. So, best case scenario, okay, worst case scenario, let's think about worst case first. It's a 4 mana 6/6 on turn 6. 4 mana 6/6 heal 2. And it cannot be destroyed but from effects, cannot be, and it's also reduce damage from the effects. Clash followers, 8/8. This is actually very difficult to deal with. Think about it. Flame and Glass is easy to deal with because it can be destroyed by card effects. But I have scenarios where, oh, hi Felix, welcome to the stream. No, I only have Shortcraft. I just went through the Forestcraft cards. Don't worry, this is going on to YouTube. You won't miss anything. But anyways, where was I? I was thinking, right, so Flame and Glass was an annoying card to deal with since it can be destroyed by card effects. And it also drops followers. So once the opponent destroys Flame and Glass, they will go after the mini guys, right? Rosalie is going to be harder to destroy since it cannot be destroyed by effects. You have to trade into this character. And not a lot of 6 play point follower. There's not a lot of plays you can make on turn 5 that does 8 damage. Or on turn 6 that does 8 damage other than probably another Rosalie or even a Flame and Glass. So if you're playing this card, you are probably going to take out the entire of your opponent's next turn to deal with it. That's what I think. So this is probably a store card. However, we need to know that this card does not refill your hand. It does, so you probably you're going down 3 cards to store for 1 turn. I do not think that's enough. Let's take a look at the Rosalie Everlasting Hope version, which is the transmuted form. This is a fanfare draw 3 cards. Okay, it's hand neutral. Actually, no, -1. You fuse 3 followers to draw 3. Rally 10, you becomes a 4/4 with Storm. Rally 20 becomes a 6/6 with Storm. Rally 10 4/4 is pretty decent for 3 mana. 3 mana? No. No, wait. I don't think it's. Oh, wait. Let's see. Gawain is a 2 mana that already 10 draws 1 and gets auto evolves. Compared to him, Rosalie is a 3 mana, draw 3, +4/+4 on 4 mana, 3 mana, 4/4 Storm on turn. Probably Rally 10 is turn 6. I'm a little. I don't quite see it. I think the cycle is fine, but having 4/4 Storm on turn 6 isn't enough unless you're actively trying to end the game. So this has to go into an aggressive deck. But if you're going to go into an aggressive deck, I don't think you don't have the followers to actually spare to actually fuse into Rosalie. Every follower you draw counts. Ready gets a lot of support. Well, then I have to take a look at some of the cards first. But as of now, I don't see it. The first version, the base version looks. The more I look at it, the worse it feels. So maybe a 2. If it stores for a turn, it might find a niche use based on the meta against certain decks like maybe Forest, which doesn't have a really good way of dealing with big followers. So maybe this will at least have a 2. It has a niche use. The Storm follower feels like it stores into an aggressive deck, but you don't have the resources in an aggressive deck. And in a control deck, Rally 20 becomes a 4/4 6/6 Storm, or even an 8/8 Storm. Just play Radial. Radial is a better finisher than this. I don't quite see it. The second form is kind of contradictory. Unless yeah, you know what? I don't see this yet. I'm gonna give this a temporary 2 until we see the rest of the cards. Dashing Duelist, 2 mana, 1/3, draw a card, cycles. It's like a worse goblin. I mean, a 1/3 is an amazing stat line though for a two play point follower, and it either gets ward or ambush. I think this is one of those cards that I've seen before, where I think that it's quite weird that Runecraft is up here. I feel like instead of Runecraft getting ward, Runecraft should get ambush, and Swordcraft should be the one that gets ward if this wants to be good. But just looking at it, maybe a 2 mana 1/3 ward is decent for against aggro decks, which Blood, Forest, and Sword actually are kind of like aggro-y. The Rune and Dragoncraft, Haven, and Portal are more controlled. They have their damage, their board clears come more from spell damage, so ambush is more preferred. But of course, Rune and Shadowcraft are swapped, which for a very weird reason, I don't know why. But 2 mana, draw a card, 1/3 draw a card with a upside. I think is solid 3, solid 3 upon 5. The Rally 10 recover evolve point is really interesting. It's free. It's a free evolve point. I think it's really good. For Rally 10, that means on turn 6, which is exactly the point where you start running low on evolve points once. Actually, the exact point where you start using up all your evolve points. So Dashing Duelist on Rally 10 recover 1 evolve point will probably actually make it a staple. At least a 4 upon 5 now. It's getting better and better. On Evolve, it deals 2 to all enemies, including enemy face. So this is essentially a board wipe. Oh, actually, is it a board wipe? On turn 4, you'll be a board wipe. On turn 5, you'll chip a lot of enemies down. On once Rally 20 comes deal 4, I don't think you'll be evolving this once you get to Rally 20. So I think we can ignore this part. Deal 2 on turn 4 is good. I think it's really versatile. If you want to, you can just play this to draw a card. Post Rally 10, this becomes a evolve 1. Free evolve for your next turn. And then on evolve, it clears the board on turn 4 and turn 5. It's Takasumi by aggro. Yes, I mean, that's true. It is Takasumi by aggro. I mean, Takasumi protects your face. This guy doesn't. So there's a difference there. Actually, is there a lot of effect damage now? Effect damage, let me think. Currently, some of the more prevalent effect damage decks in the rotation right now. For Fairy Forest, Loot Sword, Hill Haven, I mean the Apostle version. Well, it isn't really relevant to this card anyway, so I mean just based on the stat line alone, I think it's really solid and versatile. I'll give it a 4. It doesn't feel like there's any scenario where you don't want this card. It just fits everywhere. I mean, okay, there's one scenario where you don't want this card, and that's when your opponent is probably already killing you, and just doing 2 damage to M or isn't enough, and then you probably want to play something better. But I think this is still solid for what it does. IC Clone. Is that how you pronounce his name? IC Clone? Ice Cyclone? IC? Yeah, sure. Hi, IC. No, wait, IC is someone else's name. Whatever. 2 mana, 1/4 Swordcraft follower, go of a hero. If any damage allied followers are in play, destroy an enemy follower. At the start of your next turn, put a random heroic follower in your deck into your hand. I don't like this card. I think this is bad. I think it's bad for the hero archetype. Here's my reasoning. You see, at first it looks like it's you're trading off you're getting a free destruction on enemy follower as well as a tutor for one of your heroic followers, right? But what puts me off the most is its stat line, 1/4. It's a 1/4. So with Valiant Fencer's effect, this becomes a 1/7. 1/7 with no ward. This literally gonna board lock you. Like Hero Sword already had board space issues. Post turn 7, you can't reach your OTK since, well, your followers are too tanky and they don't die. You don't have enough space for that. But now you have IC Clone. Imagine if you draw this. Do you really want to play a 1/7? takes up one really important board space, and your opponent can just ignore, since 1 damage is literally just tickling them, or maybe 3 damage if you're gonna willing to waste a evolve point. Like 1/4, that's also so hard to destroy. That's literally you're not gonna get this until like turn 3 or turn 4. However, I would say one thing though. Maybe the 1/4 stat line is used to actually activate the more damage effects. I think that could be the idea behind this guy. It's a 1/4, but you use him to activate all your flame soldiers, all your let's see. I forgot who's the one play point for goal for heroes already. But and then you also activate your Mark Knights. He's quite difficult to deal with on turn 2. And especially turn 2, turn 3. He's quite difficult to deal with for the 4 hit points. But on Valiant Fencer turn, this card becomes miserable. Or even post Valiant Fencer, this card becomes miserable to play. I don't think it's worth running. But I could be wrong. Personally, I think this is a 1. I might probably just want one copy, two copies of this card in a hero deck. Or maybe even less. Maybe 2 copies is a little bit generous. Actually, 2 copies is a pretty good is a good amount to run in a hero deck. So I'll give this a 2. It does have its use, but I think it might actually hurt the deck more. So yeah. Yeah, I don't quite see it. I feel like it's definitely gonna hurt the deck. But of course, we'll see more once the expansion drops. Next up, Untold Kick. Okay, this is one of those cards that I've seen since it's reviewed quite early on in the review season. 2 mana, deal 3 to an enemy follower, summon a Heavy Knight. Basically a 1 mana deal 3 and a 1 mana summon a Heavy Knight. Ready 1, deal 3. It clears a board. It's a fair trade. It's a very fair trade. But even though the base card is really strong enough, actually, if it's 1 mana, it'd be stronger. But since it's 2 mana, it's very average, very mid. What is happening in the art? I have no idea, but I'm gonna find out. You're getting reverse kick by a twin tail. Yes, reverse kick by a twin tail. So go. I'll let you figure out what to do with that information. Which class am I main? I main Shadow, so I'm very excited to see the Shadow cards. But okay, but first let's talk about Sword. The cards in front of us. So of course, deal 3 to an enemy follower, summon a Heavy Knight, pretty decent. But the main effect I'm actually curious about is actually the Legendary Kick. You see, Legendary Kick is a 0 play point, deal 2 to a follower in play, and draw a card. The 2 damage to a follower in play. These slots right into heroes. If you need you damage your own heroes, here you go. Here's a way you can do it. Now, if you need to clear your own board, like maybe there's this follower, maybe Armin is done his job. He already went face, so you want to clear it so you can play another Storm follower. This could do it, and it's 0 play point, so you can play the same turn as you play Valiant Fencer. Now here's the thing as well. Valiant Fencer draws you until you have 7 cards in hand. Assuming 5 of those cards are Storm followers. No, actually, maybe like you get 2 Mark Knights, 1 Wing Slasher, and 1 Armin. So 2 Mark Knights, 1 Wing Slasher, and 1 Armin. So here's the thing you can do. And so that's 5 cards, right? And then you have 1 Untold Kick, and then you have 1 Dead follower in your hand. You can play the Mark Knight, give it double attack, make it go face, try place Armin, go face with that, destroy your own army so you have space to play your last Mark Knight and go face with that. This could literally open up a little OTK for heroes. I didn't calculate it yet. It sounds close to enough to an OTK to me. It's like what, 10 damage plus another 3 from Armin, 3 from Armin, another 3 from Mark Knight. Actually, maybe a little bit short, but it is close. Another thing you can do, right, is I heard there's a lot of banish that's that's introduced in this expansion. So you can use the legendary kick to kill off your own Monica, so that you can actually get her resummon her on the next turn start instead of just her being banished to the Shadow Realm. And not only that, this also draws you a card. It draws you a card. Like, as though this isn't good enough already, it draws you a card. Essentially, just a -1. And you can fuse all non-heroes followers. You are right. This can fuse all followers. That could. I think this is literally made for heroes. This is made for heroes even more than this card. Ironic, isn't it? Of course, as always, it takes another anime girl doing an odd pose to save an entire archetype once again. But hey, I'm not gonna question it. As of now, I think this is a really solid card. 4.5. It's not quite. I don't think it's quite meta yet, but I think it's really solid and it might be a staple. Moving on, Despotic Pawnmaker. 2 mana, 2/2, standard stat line. Whenever allied officer follower comes into play, give it rush. On evolve turn, is a rally 4. For 2 mana. Really interesting. Really interesting card. I don't know how relevant is rally 4 on with a 2 mana card. Rally 4, 2 mana. What can you go into with this? Rally 4, you can try and accelerate Rosalie. This will be a staple? I guess so. The Rally 4 is really good. I'm not sure what you want to do with the last 2 mana though. Monica? You can probably Monica, so this is Rally 4. I'm assuming on turn 1, 2. Okay, maybe let's assuming you're going second. 1, 2, 3, you played 3 followers, then 3 followers, 6 followers. Rally 10 is active on turn 4. If you're going second. And then you still have 2 play points to play a Monica. Then if you're going active on turn 5, you probably don't want to evolve this anymore. You got ready. You probably have ready 10 active when you already have this. So maybe the extra ready for me probably doesn't matter. Would it? Then 14 plus 3 other followers. 17. You can get rally 20 on turn 7. Maybe as a 2-off. Not as a 3-off. Maybe as a 2-off. I think the 2-off is a good breakpoint for this. I don't think you want too many copies of this card since it does require to evolve to actually get the best effect. Oh right, since Fuse does exist. You're right. Yeah, the Fuse actually changes this a lot. This has potential now. Definitely a staple for rally, so it's at least a minimum of 3. Will it be meta defining? No, it's just a staple, so 3.5 at the very most. So this will probably be a 3.5 or 0.5. It's definitely something you would always want to run for rally, I believe. On evolve turn only. Other turns you'll just act as fusion fodder. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might be pretty decent. So I'm going to bump it up to a 4. And with that, let's move on to the next card. Vanguard Lancer, 1 mana, 1/1 Storm. Isn't this just Quick Blader? Rally 10, give 1+1+0 to an allied officer or follower. It's just Quick Blader. Rally 10. Huh? If Quick Blader is not being played, what makes you think this will be played? I mean, how relevant is this? How relevant is this extra 1 damage? In an aggressive deck? I don't see it. Okay, it's a storm. You're playing aggressive. I guess it does fit into the what I talk about with Rosalind, right? The transmuted version, where you can actually use you're going for a more aggressive play style, so you can finish the game on turn 6. But really? Okay, you know what? I'll say it might be relevant. It might be relevant. So it is a one play point follower. It doesn't cycle though. So at the very, it does, but it is an aggressive playstyle. So it just thinking about the potential for aggro sword, I think this is at least a 3. It's a 3. It's not exactly a 4. It's really, really scuff. 1 mana 1/1 storm isn't good enough in this day and age. Since how much healing do we have? Drazaya is still in rotation. We have condemn. We have the Angel of Condemnation, the neutral that we will get to eventually, and we also have. I think we have too many healing. I don't think the aggro sword will be good. You know what? I'm gonna knock this down to a 2. I don't think aggro sword is gonna be a thing. So this will probably not be good enough. I don't think it's good enough. But anyways, let's move on. Next one, Tears of Tribulation. Give your leader the following effect until the end of turn. Whenever an allied follower comes into play, restore 1 defense to your leader. Summon 2 Chill Guardians. Oh well, this card is broken. Wait. Yeah, this card is broken. Oh my god. 2 mana ready, 2 heal 2. Yeah, okay. 5 upon 5. I don't need to read anymore. This is broken. This is straight up broken. Oh wait, actually, is it broken? I mean, it's not broken, but it's like very staple broken. You're just gonna run this in every sword deck. There's no reason not to. Actually, there are some reasons not to, but if your deck has any card that says rally, you want to run Tears of Tribulation. I think that's how good this card is. 4.5 upon 5. It's not quite meta breaking, but it's so good that you'll probably see this everywhere. It stacks to. Holy shit, you're right. Oh my god, you're gonna heal. You're not. Wow, okay. This is a spicy card. Okay, actually, no, it's not spicy, but it is a good card. Holy, wow. Heal 2, then heal. Play 2 of this, you heal 6 hit points. Until the end of turn. So if you invoke a card at the end of turn, you still heal as well. There's potential here. Now, if only you can steal Illuvia. If only. But anyways, let's move on. It's insane, exactly. Mercurial Mercenary. 2 mana, 2/2. Standard stat, no keywords. Enhance 4 summons another 1, deal 2 damage to random enemy followers. I think you have better turn 4. I think you have better turn 4 plays than this. Yeah, definitely. This card is gonna be a staple. It's not meta breaking, but it is going to be a staple. Actually, maybe it might be meta breaking with all the heal. But you know what? I'm not good at theory crafting meta decks. I'm good at theory crafting meme decks with dream decks. And this one is terrible. So we don't even need to look at it twice. It's 2 mana, 2/2. Okay, standard stats. But like enhance 4 to really. I think you want to summon 4 followers instead of 2 followers on turn 4. I mean, it is on fanfare. Imagine if this has rush, right, it would be amazing. But since it doesn't have any other keyword, I think it's just a 2. Skip, yeah. Next, what is this? 6. During your turn, whenever an enemy follower is destroyed, deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower. It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. But what if it kills the entire board? Nah, it's just bad. Very too niche. Too niche, not happening. 2 upon 5. Maybe run as a 1-off. But like it feels bad. So let's next. Palace Knight, 3 mana, 2/3. Summon a Heavy Knight. 3 mana, rally 2 is not bad. Not bad for his stats. It's not bad for his stats. You get 3 mana, 4/5 in stats, which is decent. Rally 10, you get Castle Guardian, which is a 3/6, which is a 3 mana, 5/9 on turn 5, turn 4. Too niche. I think there's better things you can do. Feel like there is a place for this. There might be a place for this. there's potential for this to be slotted into rally decks. It feels, I feel like if maybe that if you mac if you what is that, if you optimize the deck a lot, right, there might be a place where you want to slot in Palace Knight. So it's not all terrible. Take two, meh. You're right about that, but I feel like the stats might actually be relevant. The stats might feels kind of relevant. 3 mana 2/3 is pretty good stats, and you still get another follow on top of it. Might be relevant. I see a little bit of potential, so I'll give it a 2.5. Like just barely between, a little bit between. It's just too niche, and 3. Okay, yeah, it's a card that you can run if you feel like running it. It's just there. Likely you won't see play, you want to rally. Yep, sure. Next card. 3 Tales of Monday, draw X cards, X equals to the number of followers in play. 3 mana, draw a lot. I think you want to rally. You rather rally, right? Wait. Think okay, how about this? You Rosaline, you have followers, your opponent has followers. Rosaline 3 fuse, right? I mean, you have at least 4 cards fused. So over 2 turns, you Rosaline, and then the 6 followers on board. You play Tales of the Mundane, and then you probably like refill your hand. Is it? Yeah, X equals the number of followers in play. It includes the enemy, so I'm counting the enemy followers as well. I don't know. This one feels hard to gauge. It's like it's really dependent on matchup, and it's really dependent on matchup. That's the first thing. If your opponent doesn't play followers, this is trash, and you can't fuse it away because it's a spell. But at the same time, it has the potential to actually just straight up refill your entire hand. Take 2 only. I mean, I feel like you can get away with running 2 copies of this. That's what I think. I think you can get away with running 2 copies of this, but it feels so niche. So I'll give it a 2 star. That's my final thoughts on this. I'll give this a 2 star. Okay, we're finally going on to Rune. Oh my god. Okay, wait, let's see what you say. There's potential, but rally doesn't really need it. Okay, yeah, sure. I think that's kind of what I felt as well. But I feel like there's a little bit of spice there where you can just draw through your entire deck. But anyways, next we have Midilo, Seeker of Truth, one of the few cards that I've seen before, and if it fills at least 5 different cards, it transmutes into a Scorner of Truth. We'll take a look at later. At base, is a 3 mana, draw 1. If it fills with 1 card, it draws 2 Runecraft cards. So it's a -1 in hand, and you also cycle through your deck for 2 cards. Improves consistency. Doesn't spell boost though, so maybe not run in spell boost. But here's when it gets really spicy. Midelo, Scorner of Truths. Oh, hi, cool boy. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy your stay while we look through some of these cards. Midelo is a 7 mana 7/7, draw 5, change their cost to 0 until the end of turn. Whenever this an allied follower comes into play, it gets rushed. So, hi Felix. Don't play Rune. Do they lose anything? They lose the Dirt package. They lose Mysteria. So you won't have to see Anangria ever again, which I count as a entire win. And Juno just is gone, which hurts me a little. I feel like Dirt is just coming back, but then it's gone. But we are getting replacements, I think. And then one last thing is that we are losing is Raining Blade. So spell boost is a little bit weaker unless we get a better replacement. But first, let's take a look at Midelo. This is Imagination Realized. This has the potential to just swing the entire game around. Imagine if you just drew into 3 copies of Similes. On turn 7, actually it might be a little bit too weak, but that might be something. That might be something if you can cheat out something really impressive. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's there. It's there. And also imagine this in Unlimited with Ginger's Curse. There is a meme potential. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know. As for his base form, maybe in, let's see, in what sort of decks would you want to run this? Dirt is decent. Dirt, you might want to run this in dirt. It's not bad in dirt. Sephi isn't terrible either. Sephi isn't terrible either. Probably not in spell boost. Actually, maybe a little bit in spell boost. Spell boost has really expensive cards that you want to discount with the 7 play point. So it's a little bit odd. I would say that this is a 3.5 upon 5. Not quite that, not quite a staple. But for a meme, I think it's a 4. If there's a really amazing card that I can cheat out, I'll give this a 5 upon 5 in memeability. 5 for the meme, yes. But I need a card to cheat out. Next up, we have Undying Witch. 1 mana, 1/1, okay. Fanfare, if the leftmost card in your hand is the same type as a card played by your opponent during the previous turn, summon a magic sentiment and draw a card. So basically, what you want, right, is that to have a follower in your left, in the leftmost head, card on your hand. Like now, if your leftmost card is a spell, right, you're throwing away for a mulligan. Actually, no, this is really dependent on player skill. No, there's a mind game going on. If you're queuing into sword, you might want to keep a follower on your leftmost side, and then if your opponent plays a follower on one, you can immediately punish them with an Undying Witch that summons a magic sentiment, and you also cycle, which you're already doing better than them. Okay, but let's look at the other effects. If at least 7 allied stack cards have been consumed, this auto evolves. When this evolves, you give the follower the leader the following effect once on each of your turn. When you consume stack cards, you recover X play point, where X is equal to the number of stack cards consumed. Mana cheat. I smell combo potential. 5-star for ER, Pascal has anything plus big that ER has. That's a lot. Oh, you're right. A Pascal is 3 mana, right? Oh, so Pascal becomes free. You're right. Okay, this is definitely a staple. It's definitely a staple. It's because it already summons magic sentiments. And the fact that it have more upside, right, makes this turbo broken for Earthright. You're right. This is definitely a 5-star. How good it will be will depend on how good the Earthright package is as a whole. But for Earthright specifically, this is a 5-star staple. Oh, and oh right, there's a spell, right? The Conquer the Heavens. Is it here? We'll get to there, but I think I see a combo. But let's go through all the cards. Mind Control Mage. When this is used to another card, you draw a card. Okay, that's good enough already. You can probably run 3 copies of this since it cycles. On Fair, it summons a magic sentiment for 2 play points. I think that's decent enough. On Evolve, you get to steal a follower that costs 2 play points or less, which honestly isn't that good. But if you use Earth, right, you only destroys, but you need Earth Sigil to actually summon an allied copy of that follower and makes it summon a magic sentiment. Actually, now that I think about it, this Evolve actually could have potential. Since it consumes 1 Earthright for free, one stack for free, for 2 mana, you essentially consume 1 for free. It's like Astrological Sorcerer with extra steps. And you also get another follower. Sephi support, that too, but I think Sephi it really has good draw. I don't think they might need more, but I guess it's always good quality of life. I think because of its versatility, this deserves at least a 4-star. It remains to be seen whether this extra stack consumption is good enough for Earthright, but the fusion is good enough to net it at least a 4. If this is what brings Earthright to the next level, this will be definitely be a 5-star. All the playable Runecraft decks will use her. Well, no, you won't be running this in Spell Boost if Spell Boost is good. Wait, actually, Psych, you're wrong. You're right. You'll definitely run this in any Runecraft deck. You're right. Never mind. This is a 5/5. You guys changed my mind. You guys changed my mind. This is a 5/5. It's the staple. You know what? I think the moment I see this, right, is an automatic 5/5 because you're running in every single deck. just because there's so many fusion cards in this expansion. Let's go. Oh yes, this is the card I'm talking about. Celestial Command. Well, is it this one? Well, it's the transmuter version, but it's basic. Let's read through what it does on the first part. This is whenever cards are fused to this card, if one was fused, add one to an allied stack in play. If two were fused, transmute this card into Celestial Convergence. So this is kinda just like a watered down Juno. It's really a watered down Juno. With allied, since it only gives to an allied stack, it's worse even. And then, but it does summon a Guardian Golem and Magic Sentiment for 3 play point. The Guardian Golem, 3 play point basically summons a Guardian Golem and you get a Magic Sentiment for free. So I would also say it's Golem not support. And right, Alex, you already pointed out, but Celestial Convergence. You summon 3 Guardian Golems and you evolve them. You also Earthright 2 until the end of your opponent's turn. You give all allies the following effect: reduce damage from effects by 2. Pascal plus this spell is actually a 3/3 plus so many 10/10s. Actually, give me a second. I need to think about something. Okay, I don't believe it's I don't think they'll get the effect damage if you want to get 3 10/10s. You see, here's the reasoning why. The ordering is that they'll summon 3 Guardian Golems, and then you'll wait. Actually, oh, I'm high. We have more than enough board space. It's 4 players followers total. I'm high. I forgot how many board space we have in Shadowverse. But yeah, you're definitely right about that. This is the combo we are talking about, but it requires one thing. We need to be able to evolve the 1 play point on turn 5. Is it possible to evolve this on turn 5? Is it possible to consume 7 stack cards on turn 5? Logic tells me no. I feel like there's maybe one high roll where you can. I'm not sure what is the line for you to consume 7 stacks on turn 5. But you also need 5 stacks. Yes. Maybe unlimited, yeah, maybe. But you know, I'll tell you, if there's a way to do it in rotation, I will be trying my utmost best to make it happen. But that is if there is one line. But anyways, for now, temporarily, since this is definitely going to be a staple, 5 upon 5 for dirt. But it's not meta breaking, so maybe I'll knock it down to a 4.5. You know? Next, we have a 3 mana 3/3. Not gonna read his name because I'm lazy. Fanfare, Earthright 2, deal 3 to all enemy followers. Ooh. Last word summons a Magic Sentiment. This uses 2 Earth Sigils for 3 play points. And it clears the board. And it summons a Magic Sentiment. Interesting. Is it worth it? 2 mana clear the board. I think it might be good enough. I think it is good enough to be run. So if you think about it, right, we have the multi-elemental neophyte, right, which is essentially the same thing, except it only does 4 damage to 1 follower and you get to draw 2 cards. Considering the amount of draw we have with probably the new Earth, right, I think this has a place. We do see that Forest and Sword kind of looks like they have some sort of aggressive gameplay push into them, right? They're pushing aggressive playstyles. This might actually be used. So I'll give it at least a 3. This will see playing in dirt. It will. Whether it will see play, but whether you should run it will be a different question. Yeah, it's at least a 3. But anyways, next card. Quicksilver Witch. Rush. Draw a card. Spell boost a card in your hand. 3 mana spell boost. Summon a Quicksilver Witch. If you at least 3 play points, use 3 play points and summon 2 instead. Spell 6 mana spell boost 3. Draw a card, spell boost a card in your hand. 3 mana, draw, spell boost 1. A little bit worse, it clears the board though. It is a 4-1, it's a strike effect. Spell boost doesn't have a really good finisher yet though. See My L isn't a good enough finisher yet. I tried it last expansion, even with Braining Blades, I just never got See My L out early enough with enough stats for it to win me the game. So I don't think Quicksilver Witch is gonna change anything. We need to have a better win condition for spell boost. Unless you have a better win condition for spell boost, Quicksilver Witch isn't going to do anything. Exactly. We are spell boosting Crushing Rain and L, and like what else? That's not enough. It's not enough. This is good support for spell boost, but there's nothing you're spell boosting. This is because of the circumstances. This is a 2, but I can really well see this become a 4-star, 4/5. If that, just to clarify. So there is potential, but not in this current point of time. Not in this point in time. As of now, it's terrible unless we have something to spell boost. Chakameto. What is this? At the end of your turn, if there are any allied followers with at least 8 attack in play, subtract 3 from the cost of this card. Why? Summon 5 magical pawns and give them +1/+0 and storm. 15 damage. Alex, I know it reduces way too zero, but way too little, but you should be winning the game the moment you play king. You don't need checkmate. You should be winning the game the moment you play king. If you need to rely on checkmate, there's something wrong. There is something wrong if you're relying on checkmate. Why is this even a card? In fact, it's so bad. It's even worse than king. This is a break. If you run this in your deck and you play check, you have a chance to draw this. Imagine drawing this over king. This is terrible. 0. You will never want to run this. Never. Never in a million years. Unless... No, if king rotates out, chess is dead. This card won't even save it. This is so bad. Why? Where is the 8 attack follower that's gonna activate this? Where? Huh? Am I blind? Where is it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't see any 8 attack follower that can activate this. Hello? 0. Straight up 0. I don't what. This card is 0 play point. That's better. 0 play point. Give King Storm. You can play it for 0. After how long? After how long? How many kings do you need to play? 4 kings. If you're playing this in chess, you need to play 4 kings. After 4 turns. Just win the game, goddammit. Just win the goddamn game. What's the point of this card? I'm so confused. 8 mana, 8/8. Yes. Okay, I see it now. This is the card that we are using to activate checkmate, man. A snowman. Oh my god. Why did I not think about this? We could have just used the snowman all along. This is a 5/5 card. What are we talking about, man? I'm kidding. Accelerate 2. Summon a wild snowman, which is a 2 mana 1/3 with storm. Okay. What? Fanfare, transform an enemy follower into a snowman. 8 mana transform. Last word, summons 3 snow knights. Oh. Wait. Spell boost damage found. Of course. Oh man. with the draw 4 legendary. What do you want? Draw checkmate, then you only get 12 damage. You know you get 8 damage because you don't have enough magical pawns to play. Unless wait. I still don't see it. But like the stalwart though, I get it's actually pretty decent. If you actually top deck this off with Midello. I think it's called Midello, right? Is that card called Midello? Yeah, it's actually called Midello. I I think that if you can get this, if I high roll this off the top of your deck with Midello, right, this might be cool. This might be decent. Checkmate cost 10 exactly. Like, what? It subtracts 3. Look, if you're playing this card, something is wrong. Actually, just straight up wrong. You're doing something wrong. You actually just did something wrong. Just win with King. But anyways, next up we have Toxic Witch. Oh my, is it me? Oh wait, sorry, I'm not a girl. Oh. 2 mana, 2/2 drain, summon a magic sentiment. Okay. If at least 7 allied stack cards have been consumed this match, gain Storm. Another source of burn? 2 mana, 2/2 summons a magic sentiment. I mean, we have 2 manas, 2/2 summon two magic sentiments. Meta, Drain, and Storm. Heal for ER? I mean, if you want heal, run Pascal. 2 mana, 4 force heal. Okay, actually that's still decent. Yeah, right, that's actually decent. Okay, I'm trying to think. 2 mana, 2/2, 4/4 heal, summon 1 for 1, but when you can summon 2, doesn't give you anything else. Heal, Drain, Storm. You need to activate it. A little slow. I think it's a little slow. You might not want to run this. Let me just think. What cards are we losing? Juno, Levi. Those are the 2 major ones. Okay, one of them generates Earth Sigils. Toxic Witch could replace it. You know what? I might just run this as a tech card. So as a tech card, I guess it's a 2. But just on first impressions, I feel like it's really bad. It's not really bad. It's just like, do you really want to play this card? That's my honest opinions. So I'll give it a 3 since that I guess Earthright could use some healing. But I'm really skeptical. So maybe I'll knock it down 2.5. That's my final rating for this. 2.5. There just seems to be better cards you can run for Toxic Witch, rather than Toxic Witch. Next we have Battery. Summon 2 magical rooks. Huh? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 2 magical rooks. 3 mana, 2/4. Bishop support. Wait, Bishop is 4 mana, right? Turn 7. Just win with King. This is literally the same problem. If you're gonna do this, might as well advance your pawns, right? Just win with King. Just why? Another day where we ask Cygames, why in the world do you print this card? I don't know. I'm lost for words. That maybe there's one scenario. Oh, you know what? 1/5. I'm so confused. Who needs King Bishop all the way? No, they're just being accurate all the time. Chess terms now. I know, like, battery. I play chess before. I know what a battery is. I know a battery is disgusting. You know what they're missing? Enhance 5, summon a Mystic Queen. That's what they're missing. Checkmate. You know the most common checkmate in chess is actually with the queen and king endgame, right? I'm surprised they just didn't say summon a Mystic King and a Mystic Queen to give them Storm. I feel like that's more in line with checkmate. Battery, you know, if it really wants to be a battery, right? It should be summon two magical rooks, give them +1/+1, and rush. That's a real battery. That should be what a battery is. Just two magical rooks isn't enough. And man, I'm so confused. This is so stupid. 1/5. Fate's Hand reprint. If it's a reprint, it's probably broken in some way or another. So I'll just give it a 3 and move on since we already all know what this card does. And we are on to Dragon. Oh wow, that took quite a while. Dragon Fusion costs cards that cost at least 7 play points. When cards is fused to this card, if you have 10 play point ops, transmute this card into Irma Dragon Friend. On Evolve, it's a RAM, restore 2. Okay, it's like budget Silong. Question, yeah, answer. Let's come on, where's your question? Which Dragoncraft deck will you use her for? Ramp. That's my immediate first impression. You probably want to play this for ramp. This is Vincent. Somehow you don't get the joke. I think the joke is that Cygames, instead of printing actually good cards for chess, they're just making chess for the sake of being chess. But okay, so this is basically budget Silong without a free board clear. And it's 2 mana, so it's cheaper. So you can probably play something alongside her. But let's take a look at what Dragon Friend is. Summon a white scale dragon. What the hell is a white scale dragon? You don't even show it here. And a free evolve. Okay, evolve dragon, my betting. What is a white scale dragon? Give me a second. Shadow Vast. A 5/7 with what? Excuse me, what? Wait, actually no, it's a 2 mana 5/7 with what? Wait, no, it's the 2 mana 7/9 with what? 2 mana 7/9 in stats plus the 4/4. You can combo this with Coach Joe. But then again, you need to have 10 day points. Evolve support for the non-existent Evolve Dragon. Hey, I play non-existent decks, so you'll probably come into play one way or another. So I think it's good enough for the RAM itself. I'm not sure about the transmuter version though. It feels a bit really like, huh? Really? Nah, you know what? Because this is RAMs, I'll give this just a 3/5 immediately right off the bat, or even a 4/5. I think the RAM is good enough. It's like a budget Silong with extra 2 mana for you to deal with another follower. And then the Dragon Friend is like, yeah, just do something else on turn 10, man. Like, you have better things to do. Issue is that early you can fuse and late game you don't want to fuse the big guys. Yeah, you're right about that. That's exactly the thing. What cards will you fuse in Buff Dragon for her? 10 play point and 7 PP cards in hand are rare in buff. Let me see. The Rusk. You might not actually, you don't even want to run. You might as well just play Tarask. No, you don't want to fuse anyone. Yeah, you don't want to fuse anyone. That's so weird. Nah, you know what? I don't know. I don't know the design I chose for Irma Dragon Friend. But yes, let's move on. Ooh, I haven't seen this card yet. Voracious Venomoth. 10 mana, 10/5. Fanfare, give -X to all enemy followers. Reduce the enemy leader's maximum defense by Y. Add 2 to the cost of Z random cards in your opponent's hand until the start of next turn. XYZ equals 15 split randomly. I hate this card. I hate this card. I hate this card. You know what this reads? clear your opponent's board, make your opponent easier to kill, make your opponent not have an next turn. You know what other card does the same thing? Destroy your opponent's board, makes it easier to kill, make them easier to kill, make them not be able to play anymore. You know, if you, and especially if you pair with castle, imagine this. Add 4 to the cost of Z random cards in your opponent's hand. No, I'm not saying it's broken. It's bad. It's like Bahamut Dragon. It's such a bad win condition. Actually, no. You know what? If you wait, actually Ram Dragon you get to turn 7 ready, is turn 10 easy there, right? Imagine if they just drop a 10 mana 12/7, add 4 to all of the cards in your hand. All of it. Yeah, sure, your turn 7 now. But all your board clears, which can do 7 damage, are like what? 3 mana. Your 3 mana card becomes turn 7 mana. This is the worst design for a card ever. It is literally Ultimate Bahamut in another form. This and Dragon Queen's Castle just became Ultimate Bahamut and Terra Finis. Yes, okay, yeah, the transmutation mitigates it a little. But like, god damn, I hate this design. This, you might as well put Ultimate Bahamut here and I couldn't tell the difference. Enhancers, okay, sure. How many enhancers are there in are you going to run in a normal deck? Probably 3, 4, 5? 5 different cards? How likely are you going to have all 5 in hand? Unless you're playing Enhanced Portal, which is a different question. Enhanced Portal, you it might be different. You probably steamroll this, but like, ew, Cygames, why you just rotated out Ultimate Bahamut? Why don't you just give Dragon a decent ramp win condition that does not prevent your opponent from playing the goddamn game? Like, give it like 10 play point. Increase your hero's HP by 10. Increase your hero's maximum defense by 10. For the next, at the start of your next turn, reduce all your cards in your hand by 2. You don't think it will be meta? I hope not. If we have like some sort of voracious Venom Maw Dragon that comes back, right? I swear to God, I'll lead a crusade against this one card. I'll lead a goddamn crusade. Is ING so not that decent? Hey, look, it's 15. So let's consider worst odds. Worst odd, -10 to all followers. Reduce max defense by 3. Add 2 to the cost of 2 random cards in your opponent's hand. Does that sound bad? Not even trying to meme with it. I'll probably try to meme with it one time. I'll give it a shot. If it's good, if it makes me feel, I'm gonna feel so dirty. I will meme with it one time with DQC. And I swear to God, if this actually becomes a deck, oh my God. I hope it doesn't become a deck. I hope not. I hope, dear God, not. ING. Okay, you know, I want to look at the average. If you get -5, reduce defense by 5, add 2 to the cost of 5 random cards. Nothing to follow up with. Okay, think about it. If you have DQC, Dragon Queen's Castle, give -10 to all enemy followers, reduce your enemy's maximum defense by 10, and add 4 to the cost of 5 random cards in your opponent's hand. So they have, if your opponent has 9 cards in hand, 8 cards, okay, 9 cards because they draw one at the start of the turn, they have 4 cards to deal with Voracious Venom Mob, because I know for sure the other 5 cards are literally unplayable. And if they play any of those cards, they might as well just concede the game. And then they still have to deal with a 12-7. And guess what you're gonna play next turn? Hey, guess what? I have another Voracious Dragon Maw. And you know what's even worse? Not here. Okay, you're not seeing because I don't have my camera open, but like I'm pointing at my screen right now. You see this? Do you see this card? Where do I even begin? Where do I even begin with this? Get this shit out of my sight. Next, Galen Dragon Newt. Yeah, opponent literally cannot play the game. I was like, Galen Dragon Newt. Okay, put a Dragonic a weapon into your hand. If at least 4 allied arm followers have left play this match, game +2/+0 and Storm. Okay. For that. Oh, 2 mana, 4/2 Storm follower. Okay, that's cool. And you randomly put one of the highest cost allied arm followers that left play this match into your hand. So it's an arm follower. That means if you want to guarantee Liberty Dragon, you cannot run any follower that costs more than 5. Or even more than 4 for the matter of fact. And it also gives you a reason to play Blast form. Oh, sorry, to play Attack form. Like, just one reason. Like, and it's not even a good reason. It gives one reason and it's not even a good reason. I think Blast form is still better. But Galen Dragon Newt is quite a good aggressive card for armed dragons. Will you make it good? 1, 2, 2. 2/2 stat line is actually amazing. 2 mana 2/2. I'm pretty sure this might get armed dragon nerfed. I think this might actually get armed dragon nerfed. Think about it. Turn 1 Hammer Dragon Newt. Turn 2 3/1. Turn 3 3/2. Turn 4 you play a 2/2. You play a 1/2. You evolve. You trade in, and then you play Galeon. You go face. I said, oh, hi to your wife. She likes our content. Yeah, sure. Hello, Vincent Sommer's wife. But anyways, back to this card. I feel like this is super aggressive. It might push a lot of control decks to run a lot of heal. I'm not sure, but this might actually push armed dragons to literally tier 1. I think this has potential to push armed dragons to tier 1. I think this is at least a 4/5, if not a 5/5 meta breaking card. This might actually break the meta. And then next we have Gone Fishing. I like the first part. The first part basically gives you 5 copies of a Dragoncraft follower. And then the second card is basically Draconic what's that? Draconic Council? Is that the card that's called? Whichever card, right, that just draws Dragoncraft followers that cost from your deck directly to your hand. Big play points, and when you fuse this card, right, is exactly the time when you actually need to draw the big followers. These cards feel support, and also this motherfucker support. Also, that it might open up a Drazaya for RAM, 2 more for this card. You're right about that. I'm also thinking of a way to actually utilize the Gone Fishing, where you can actually. I wonder what Dragoncraft card, right, where you can have 5 copies of, will be insanely fun to have. That's what I'm trying to cook something with this. In fact, I'm not sure what it is yet, but I might have something. I have something in mind, but I'm not sure what it is. But oh my god, please, if this just draws 2 of those Voracious Venom Maw, I am actually gonna cry! Next. Oh, by the way, this card support for the first one, this is a 4/5. This card is still a little bit questionable. Being Fishing is at least a 5/5. Drawing two of your followers that cost 7 play points or more exactly when you need them is amazing. And god damn it, if Venomoth is one of them, I will quit my life. Next, Silver Skill Sentry, Draconic Foot. What? What? 5 mana, 5/5. Q2, RAM, Restore 3. It doesn't seem that bad. Ironically, it doesn't seem that bad. It actually doesn't seem that bad. Oh my god, oh wait, what? I think the heal is relevant, the draw is definitely useful, the ramp is definitely amazing, especially if you subtract 4 from it. I mean, that means you're playing a 4 mana 5/5, which is actually kind of weak. But in exchange, you get a 1 mana ramp. This might actually be good. This might actually be good. Wait. It's a more expensive Silong, but think about it. You draw, you restore 3, you ramp for 1 mana. All you need to do is play a 4 mana 5/5. 1 evolve point for this. In the early game where you probably aren't doing much anyways. It's not a bad card. I can see how it could not be great either. But it is interesting. I will give it that. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think this 1 mana Draconic Fervor might be enough to justify running a Silver Skill Sentry and evolving it. Maybe at least 2 copies. Maybe not 3 copies, but 2 copies. So, and if you actually, or even 3 copies, and that fuels the Silver Skill Sentry in the future. That's always something you can do. But yeah, anyways, bronze, still silver. It's gonna be useful when Venom. Oh fuck me. Oh no, I'm gonna have I feel like I'm gonna have PTSD from that card, but I'm gonna have nightmares like tonight when I go to sleep. Venomous Valmor, and I'll just see all my cards in my hand become 10 cost. Oh my god, no. Anyways, Drake Hunter, Bane, trash. I don't want to look any further. All that glitters. Discover why 8 okay, store. Draw 3. We suffer with Bahamut. Now Venomoth is taking Bahamut's job. I hate the fact that Cygames printed that. But let's take a look at this. Recover 1 Evo Pawn. 8 mana. Draw 3. Restore 5. Board locks your opponent for 1 turn. Draw 3. Actually, not horrendous. Okay, a little bit bad. This line of text doesn't make sense. When you're playing this, you probably won't have any follow on the board. This is decent. This is decent. This is decent. Okay, let's count. This is decent. So I'm just gonna count the mana. So this is covering 1 play point, evolve point is probably worth 2 mana. This is 2 mana, 4 mana. Drawing 3 cards is 3 mana. And then restoring 5 defense is probably like 2 mana's worth. Not horrendous. Not horrendous. Not horrendous. It stores you, it buys you 1 turn. It's like a extremely watered down extremely watered down Drazael. It buys you 1 turn for you to get a more value, and it also gives you more resources. I'll give it a 2. I know you guys are saying that this is absolute trash, but I think this isn't terrible. I think it might be a little bit better than you guys think. Just a little bit. It's not that good, but it's not too terrible. Especially since you're also getting an evolve point back from this. Although you can just run Olivia and Sylvia, but once that rotates out, this might become really, really important. But yes, anyways, next, are we finally to a bronze? Oh yes, finally. What is this? A stat stick. Enhance 7. Okay, that's turn 5, right? 5 mana. 5 mana, 15, 12. Oh, it's no 7. Turn 5, 15, 12. Take 2 card. Yeah, you're right. The 4 health is really easy to deal with. You're right, you're right. It feels like it does feel like I take 2 card. I think there's better things you can do on turn 7. But I would say though, it's not a horrible bronze. It probably it might have some places where you might actually you say, hey, I think I want to run a firm skill fish today. It's not horrendous. And I'm being very generous here. Anyways, Silent Gargulio, a 7 mana 4/7 storm. Storm and can be attack. What? It's a 9 hit points. You can still be targeted. Against certain decks, this could literally steal games. This can steal you the game. It looks trash, but this is actually huge, you know. This is huge, especially with 7 health. In Dragon as well, where there's Drazael. And it heals you. It has Storm, it's 4 burn immediately. You can use it to trade. It cannot be attacked. I mean, it still can be destroyed by card effect, so they can deal with this. Yeah, you're right. But I would say that the HP for 7 hit points is it's quite a hard break point for a lot of decks, especially if they're aggro. Imagine if you're aggro deck and they have to deal with a 7 mana 4/7 that keeps healing you. 3 heal every turn is amazing, and they can't deal with you because they don't have a target. They can't attack this card directly. And they can't even ignore it. If they ignore it, you just get free healing. This will win you the game against aggro decks. If Crab didn't survive, then this won't either. Crab is 8 mana. 8 mana 5/5. Imagine a 7 mana 6/9. If your opponent isn't Shadowcraft, Havencraft, Portalcraft. Okay, so this wins against Blood, Swordcraft, Forestcraft. Yeah, these 3 classes. I think it wins against those 3 classes. But against other classes, yeah, you're right. It's horrendous. But against those 3 classes, I think it's worth it to run at least 1 copy of just to get an instant win. Instant win if opponent is unlucky. Also true. I mean, but isn't that every card? Has potential. Also bad. So it's a 2. Anyways, oh my god, I'm taking so long on this. Militant Mermaid Ward give 0+1 to all Dragoncraft followers in deck if this follower has at least 3 defense to heal your leader. 1 mana 1/1 buff your deck. It's good. Okay, it's just good for buff dragon. Okay, yeah, sure. 3/5 for buff dragon. Now we need to see if buff dragon is good. Worm crafting. Banish a card from your hand and put a copy of it into your deck. Give +0/+1 to. Oh my god. Draw 2, net 0. Holy shit, this card is broken. Wait, this card is really broken. Holy. This might actually make buff dragon really, really strong. Okay, imagine this. Militant Mermaid on 1. And then Worm Crafting on 2. Instant draw is powerful. Yeah, that too as well. And you get to if you have a follower you want to buff in your hand, you can throw it back into your deck. And this is the only card in rotation that does it right now. Yeah, this is really good. This is a 5/5. If buff dragon ever becomes a tier 1 deck, this is the reason why. I'll tell you, this is the reason why. This is a 5/5 card. It's really good. Oh yes, finally we have Shadow. Oh my god, it took so long. Brave Void Knight, what is this? Fusion Shadowcraft cards. Whenever cards are fused to this card, if this is fused with 2 different cards or less, Necromancy 4, put a random Shadowcraft follower with Last Word from your deck into your hand, otherwise transmute this card into Grave Adjudicator. Oh, I would love this. I'll take your word for it. Let's see. Fanfare, Necromancy 4, gain the ability to evolve for 0 play points. And evolve points, and on evolve, you deal 4 to the enemy follower and restore 2 defense. The evolve is actually really bad. I'm not sure if I want to play. I won't play this for the main body. The main body is trash. The fusion effect is interesting though. Fusion fuse with 2 cards of less. I need Necromancy 4. Necromancy 4 isn't easy to get on turn 2. Turn 3, turn 4 maybe. Okay, turn 3, turn 4. Turn 3 once, turn 6 once, turn 7 once, I think. Oh, turn 7. Wait, Necromancy 4. Oh, you need to Necromancy 4 to transmute this. If it's transmute, he will help out on the World Captain if it's transmuted. Wait, let's look at Grave Adjudicator. Aegis. Whenever another allied follower is destroyed, gain +2/+2. Evolve. I need. Oh, wow, if I play this and it made to work with the ghost spell. Oh, there's a ghost spell. Wait, I'll take a look at that in a moment. But this dies to Drazael. What other cards reduce defense? Not a lot actually. Oh, Angel of Condemnation, that also reduces defense. Yeah, okay. I'll take your word for it. I'll take a look at the ghost spell first. But first, let's look at the other ones. Where's the ghost spell? Soul Light, is it this one? Okay, this is the only ghost spell, so it has to be this one. Whenever 2 or more cards are fused to this at once, transmute this into Heart's Radiance. With 1 fuse, deal 2 to all enemy followers. This is really good. This is essentially a 1 play point effect. Then draw 2 cards. This is a very good card at base. We can summon him on turn 5 with the 5 P point reanimate. Yes, we can. So wait, Heart's Radiant. Summon copies of 5 different allied Shadowcraft followers. Fuse this match that originally cost at least 3 play points. Destroy all allied followers and restore X damage to your defense to your leader. X equals the number of followers destroyed. Okay. You're right, I love this card. Holy shit. Wait. Okay, if I fuse Underworld Captain, I need a wait, what last words do we want to destroy? Underworld Captain, Abyssal Colonel. Those are Abyssal Colonel's destruction effect is good. Okay, we want to fuse Grave Point Adjudicator as well. We got more. Wait. Oh, then I'll judge this after I come back. After I look through the entire package. But for now, let's look at something else. Lovelorn Necromancer, Storm, Barrel Ride 3, Destroy 2, Recover 2, Draw 2. 3 open spaces. Ooh, more burn for Barrel Ride. There's a 4/7 guy with last words to summon another 4/7 guy that wants to be fused. Wow, okay, I need to take a look at that then. But let's take a look at this first. Barrel Ride 3, this is a fanfare. You can get doubled by Memento. Ooh, 12 burn, 2 mana, 12 burn. Oh shoot, that's a little bit scary. 2 mana, 12 burn, but if with Memento, but then you need Memento. Miruel plus Memento plus this equals 2 play point, 10 damage. Yes, that's a little bit scary. That's a little bit concerning. For OTK, you still need 10 more damage. But with all the burn you get from Miruel, I don't think you actually need to worry about that. The gold card they're getting. Yeah, I saw the gold card for a moment. What is this? Revolt Remnant. Invocation at the end of your turn. If you perform Barrel Ride at least 5 times this match, invoke this card. What last words put a ghost into your hand? Oh wow, holy shit, this is so good for Barrel Ride. You invoke this for free. If this dies, you get a follower to bury. It has ward, it can defend you. Holy hell. This is huge. I mean, okay, you don't get the goals immediately, so if you want more followers, you can definitely just run this in. You need to run this in at the end of turn. So when do you usually burial 5? Burial 5 with Spectral Storm is turn 4? Turn 5. Turn 4, turn 5. Burial right might actually return. I'm not sure how I like or how I feel having such an aggressive deck return. Especially with this insane effect that when paired with Mirel. I'm a little bit scared. I don't really like Barrel Right. Barrel Right feels like one of those decks that just runs you over if they're too good. But if it's bad, it just feels horrendous to play. As much as I hate to say, I think there's a chance that Barrel Right might actually come back. Oh man, I'm gonna hate playing against Barrel Right, aren't I? 4 upon 5. No wait, actually no, this one depends on you drawing Memento on Evolve turn. On turn 5. So there is a chance where it does not work. There is a chance that it does not work. Just saying, just saying. 4 upon 5. 5 upon 5. So like we'll take a look at it later. Resurrected Malice. Necromancy 6. Summon another one of these. Last word summon the Resurrected Malice. Evolve it. What? It has what? Why would anyone want to kill a 3 mana 0/1? Oh wait, oh this is support, right? Is this the card you're talking? Oh wait, no, you say there's another one. Ah, is this the oh yes? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this makes it amazing already. Soul Grinder. Oh, okay. What we paid. We need so much shadows though. Wow, this deck. Wait, but this deck is so shadow hungry. Oh right, we can run this in. You're right. Oh, I just forgot. I forgot that 0 play point followers can attack. Oh, but this is so shadow hungry though. I think this is also a target for to be resurrected. Legendary guy also draws both of those guys. These guys. Oh right, you're right, you're right. Death doors open. Wait, this is discard. Wait, put. You know, guys, you know what this reads to me? Okay, this reads a lot of things. 1 mana, put a copy of 2 different allied followers, destroy this match, right? Into hand. These could give us followers from other classes. This could give us followers from other classes. I know I'm coping really hard with when I thought that, but that's my first line of thought. And right, Alex, you got my second line of thought. This is 3 shadows. This is also 3 shadows. But this could give us followers from other classes. That's the memer's brain. That's the memer's brain cranking right there. But the logical one, the meta, the analyzing one says that this is 3 shadows, which is what you read it as well. And it also is also fusion fodder. You can also use this as fusion fodder. If there's any reason why shadow is good, you'll be discard. This is so versatile. 5 star. 1 mana for this effect is actually straight up broken. And I wonder who do I want to steal? Let's see. Who do I want to steal from my opponent today? Do I want to steal a Wise or do I want to steal a... I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure, man. Anyways, I'll leave it till the expansion drops to actually think more about this. Next up, Nemean Lion. Storm? Storm that draws a card. 3 mana 2/2. You bring it back, you steal the ghost deck. Steal, steal the. I might. I think there's potential. I think there's actually potential for the deck to come back. It's gonna be a bit high rolling since it doesn't since this does say different allied followers, right? So it includes all the shadow card followers I played this game. But if I can steal even one non-shadow card followers, I think that's good enough. That's good enough for a highlight reel. And especially if it's a win con. I know Armed Dragons is gonna be popular. Imagine if I bring back T Shadow and we actually just straight up play Arm Shadow once again. That'll be glorious. That'll be glorious. Oh, there's also Wrath as well. Imagine you can still get Aerodef and ping ourselves 3-4 times. Jeez. But anyways, this one 3 mana's a little bit slow, I think. So 3 mana is a little bit slow. Storm might be relevant, but not when it's 3 mana. Maybe a 2-off. I think this is a 2-off card. You probably maybe even a 1-off. Since it's a follower, you can bury it if you don't need it. But at worst case is another 4/4 Storm. Oh, so that's where the 4 damage is gonna come from. 12 4/4, 3 mana, 4 mana, 2 mana, 5 mana, 3 mana, 2 mana. Is there a 2 mana Storm? If there's a 2 mana Storm, I can see where the OTK for Barrel Right Shadow comes in. Oh my god. Oh no, please just. Oh no. Okay, yeah, sure. Understandable, have a great day. Tortured Soul. Summon a zombie. Whenever an allied zombie comes into play, give it rush and pain. Oh, hell. What is this? Summon a zombie and evolve it. 4 mana, summon 2 zombies. Another captain. Another captain is just straight up better, no? Oh, zombies. Duty zombies are coming to Shadowverse. I mean, Corpse Crusher is better Underworld Captain support than Tortured Souls. I'd rather play Corpse Crusher. I'm not gonna lie. It's just straight up better. Huh. Curious. Really curious. I don't see it though. I'll give it a 2. Q2 followers, 5/5. 4 mana, 5/5. Q2 followers, stats. 3. Niche use, but terrible. Niche use, but pretty terrible. What is this? Punisher of the Undead. Rush, enhance 5, summon 2 of this guy, enhance 7, give all allied Punisher of the Undead stop. Gain 2 chat. Oh, wait. Whoa. Whoa, this card is good. Whoa, this card is good. 2 mana, gain 3 shadows. 2 mana, gain 3 shadows. This is good. This might be necessary for the shadow decks. Yeah, definitely. This necromancy is definitely used. 2 mana 3/1. Oh my god, this is. I mean, you probably never play for the enhanced 5 and the enhanced 7, but like, damn, this is good. The base form is amazing. It's Mikael with upsides. I'll give this a 4. Soul Extraction. Hey, now, what? Okay, wait, actually, no. Actually, though, Oh my god, imagine this with Masquerade Ghost. Oh my god. Holy sh! Oh no no no! Oh no 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 no! Oh my god! Turn 5 Masquerade into turn 6 Soul Extraction. Into turn 7 into turn 7 Ghastly Banishment. Oh no 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 4/5. Let's move on. Oh my god, I'm gonna get PTSD. Oh thank god it's blood now. But actually I didn't give the I didn't rate the Grave Adjudicator, right? Since I skipped past it, since we have to look at some of the cards. Hey, I just realized you can steal Ayla 2 by using Miracles and Ram and with Shadow. Exactly. I like your thought. I like your line of thought, Alex. I like your line of thoughts. Just play the ship. Ship is a 3/1 and then summons 3 ghosts. Alright, true. You do get more value with ship. Anyways, overall the package, the payoff is definitely Grave Adjudicator. You want to play on turn 7, fuse it into Soulsight on turn 7 alongside another card, and then Grave Adjudicator will immediately become a 4 followers destroy, right? It becomes 8 plus 8 plus 8 9 with 9 with a board. 9 with a board. The only issue is how are we going to get all the shadows for this? Which we do have a way to get all the shadows. Originally, when I look at this, I thought of the followers we are gonna fuse are Abyssal Colonel, which heals us and destroys a follower. Hydra, which resummons itself. Then looking at it, I was thinking about Curse King as well. And another last word followers. Looks like Resurrected Malice just so happens to fit the slot. So we have Curse King, Resurrected Malice. Then we have who's that? Abyssal Colonel as well as Hydra. 4 cards plus Adjudicator. 5 cards total. 7 mana, a lot of stats, a lot of value, and what's this? 7 heal. It might just be overwhelming enough. But I have to high roll it. Because of how memey it is. Okay, Hush Souls like is draws, right? Control is a thing. I think our early game is a little bit weak. Corpse Crusher is also a thing. We can play that for Accelerate. I'll give this entire package a 3. 5 in mean, but 3 in actuality, in reality. I mean, there's also one where I can cheat out Grave Knight on 5, but I most likely they're just gonna Angel of Condemnation it, man. And then I just lose it and I cry. But hey, whatever. Funnily enough, doesn't have a lot of last word support. Actually, no, it does have last word support. It just doesn't have any last word finishers. That's funny. That's very funny. Especially now that we lost Deathly Tyrant's Feast. I can definitely see Shadowcraft having issues finishing off our opponent as the Necromancy package. Actually, no, that's Adjudicator's job now, isn't it? What a shame. It still gets blocked by Ward anyway, somehow. Next up, we have Blood. First off, Lien and Alfie Hunters fusion cards. Any card, basically. Whenever a card is fused, this becomes companions. At base is a 2 mana 2/2 clash, deal 1 damage to enemy. Oh my god. New Haven and Blood legendary fusers. Yes, I mean when I first saw this, I know I want to steal this. I knew I want to steal this. But I was like, oh my, this effect is really strong for 2 mana 2/2. And whenever another follower evolves, this evolves as well. This stats itself, it really makes this broken. It's straight up broken. This might actually make Bloodcraft really, really good. You know the fact that it has Clash, that means you cannot trade Mikael into this. It's transmuted form exactly. I mean, since this is going to be so hard to deal with, right? It might be able to survive until your first evolve turn. Evolve turn, right? When this is evolved, it does 3 damage to the enemy follower. It's already so annoying to deal with. And guess what is its evolved form? It's a 1 mana 5/5 ward with Clash, deal 3 damage to enemy follower, and it cannot be destroyed by effects, and it reduces damage from effects to 0. Disgusting. Actually disgusting. It's just Dark General. What's Dark General? Is that the Vengeance with against Storm? I don't know, man, but like, what? This is disgusting, man. At Dark Emperor moment. Okay, yeah, that sounds more like it, but like, oh my, 1 mana 7, 1 mana 5/5. So you can play 2 of this. Imagine 2 of this, and who else do you play? 2 of these on turn 6, 2 of these. I don't know. Some evolve cards. And what's your opponent gonna do? Oh no, I'm gonna bot wipe you. Psych, this guy cannot be destroyed by card effects. I'm just gonna run my followers in then. Oh, psych, sorry, I do 3 damage to your enemy follower before they strike. Oh, you know what? Then I'm just gonna clear your board with some damage effects. Nope, reduce damage from effects to 0. This is going to get nerfed. I can see this get nerfed to a 3/3. Or even a 3 mana. 3 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana 5/5. 1 mana 5/5 with these keywords are too bastard. Press resign button. Hey, look, I barely, I don't ever play press the design button. You know, actually I do sometimes, but that's only when I'm really, really done with life. But I'll try to win the game. And of course, we can still have Miracle, so it's not all's not over. But then again, Miracles doesn't do anything. Bane also doesn't do anything. This guy's gonna be a pain in the ass to face, isn't it? Oh man. Next, Diablo's Hidone is a 3 mana 3/3 last deal 1 to your enemy, deal 1 to your leader, Wrath card. And on evolve, if Wrath is active for you, you gain Storm and destroy all enemy followers. Basically clears the board, and it's also a 6 damage Storm follower. If you pair this up with, actually that's turn 7, right? Bania replacement. Hey, you're actually right. It is Bania replacement. It just does 1 damage less for 1 mana less. And you also take you don't take 1 damage less. You're right, this might actually be better than Vania. Does it? Wait, is it though? No, it doesn't work for Vengeance. It's only with Wrath support. It doesn't quite replaces Vania for Vengeance decks. I mean, it couldn't replace Vania for Vengeance decks. Did Vengeance get any legendaries? No, it didn't. Oh wow. Let's see if they got any Vengeance support then. General of Infamy is Ignis card review. I saw it. It was interesting. To say the least. Fanfare, put 2 giant cobras into your hand, change the cost of all giant cobras in your hand to 1, and enhance it, decay, or get storm. On evolve, you subtract 1 from the cost of all giant cobras in your hand, and giant cobras are 5/5s. You essentially get 1 mana 5/5 wards that deal 3 to your enemy follower, and if Vengeance is active, you restore 3 defense to your leader. I mean, if you play this on turn 7 and you play another one on turn 8, you essentially have a turn OTK. Pazuzu will use that in a heartbeat. Yeah, you're right, definitely. Oh my god. Imagine this. Pazuzu into General of Infamy into Double Snake. Actually, no, Pazuzu had better plays. It's just Pazuzu into Garland into who's that? Into the Headmaster, and then they just win anyways. They don't need General of Infamy. Actually, no, they still can run this. That's a lot of stats though for on turn 6. This is a lot of stats, but it's more for a control blood archetype. I'll give this a 3.5 star. I think it's really solid. There's a lot of stats for turn 6. Definitely better than the Forest version, but General of Infamy might actually be good. Also just me, but might be just me, but does this card kind of look like Inidius? Doesn't this card kind of look like Inidius? Wait, let's look at what other cards we have. How to train your bat. When the cards is used to discard, transform it into how to train your wolf. Do you want your enemy leader draw a card at the start of your next turn? Do you want leader to and draw a card? Hold, wow, okay, 2 mana, ping 2, and can set out who's that? Garudev. Jesus. I know Inidius reviewed General of Infamy, but I was like, now that I took a closer look at it, damn it, I exited the thing. It looks suspiciously like Inidius. I can see the resemblance there. It's like, I never noticed it before, but like, it feels it fits his channel motifs. But yes, anyways, how to train your bat is broken. It's actually so good. Deal 1, draw 2. 2 mana, ping yourself twice and draw 2 cards. And then there's how to train your wolf, which is the WAF active version, transmuter version, where you just need to fuse 1 card and you don't take damage anymore on your turn. Holy hell. Oh my god, this is so. Oh my god, this is actually straight up. Oh, UL Raf. Holy shit. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. Wait. Holy. Oh no. Floros. No, I mean, okay, to be fair, it draws you 2 cards. Imagine just drawing all your Floros. Imagine if you just drew all your Floros. But like, oh, you're right. I didn't even consider a UL. This is disgusting. Oh my god. What else do we have? Avnas? Oh, more serpents. What is a serpent? 1/1. Whenever an allied serpent comes into play, evolve. What is this? Evolve blood? Evolve serpent? What is this? Put a giant cobra into your hand. Oh, how? Wait, it's accelerate 2. So what is this? Medusa deck support. Oh my god. Oh, this is this is not living past 1 turn. So if you play this on turn 6, it's like, yeah, come on. No, you gotta deal with stakes. You know what? I'm interested in gonna trying to make this deck work. I'm interested. It has piqued my interest. I might try and make this deck work, but no promises. But I'm interested in seeing it work. Next one, Temptress of the Cups. 2 girls, 1 cup. Oh, okay. I'm sorry for planting that image in your heads. I'm so sorry. Please forget you ever say that. I ever say that. Fanfare, summon a demon. Summon 2. Whenever a demon comes into play, give it drain and deal 1 damage to your leader. Summon more demons. It's bad. It's bad. I don't like it. It's stats that doesn't make sense. 3 pings for 4, 6 healing, 3/2/2 body is not bad. I think it's pretty bad though. Here's my reasoning. So assuming you play this on turn 4. So you get 1/0/1. And then you get 2/2/2. You get 2/2/2s. And then on your opponent's turn 4. Turn 4, actually turn 4 4 bodies isn't that bad. If you evolve, you get another 2/2. You ping 3 as well. Yeah, actually you're right. It's not that bad. But I feel like do they? I mean, double May just kills this as well. So three. Will you want to run this? I feel like there's better things you can do in Wrath. 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. You can run this, but I think there are better options. That's my final answer. Silver Snipe, deal 3 to a random enemy follower. If Wrath is not active for you, deal 1 to your leader, otherwise deal 3. Doesn't ping yourself, so you can use it to activate. Doesn't ping yourself post Wrath, so you can use it to activate Carol Death. I think it's good for aggressive Wrath setup though. The 1 mana deal 3 to a random enemy follower is actually really good. It advances your quest and then it deals 3 to it once it is active. I think Wrath might need more draw. If Wrath have more draw, yeah, they don't need. It's cheaper as well. If they have good draw, I would say that Wrath might be a tier 1 deck. But let's see, what do we have? Demon of the Keys. Ooh, anime card. 2 mana 1/3. What if Wrath is not active for you? Deal 1 damage to your leader twice. Holy shot. This is good. On evolve, you do 2 to all enemy followers and restore 2 to your leader. 2 mana 3/5. This is a 2 mana 3/5 that clears the board and heals you. 5/5. Auto include in every Wrath list. Holy shit, this is crazy good. What else? Hope Chain Devil. Pazuzu support, what does it even do? Deal 4 and then 2 to enemy leader. Okay, never mind, next. It's just Pazuzu, nothing else. Wicked Collector, put a random Bloodcraft photo from your deck into your hand and give it +1/+1. Bad. A 1 3-point Dark Empress for evolve, damage immediately for Wrath while having a billion pings. Exactly. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's actually straight up insane. Oh, look, they have Vengeance Blood back then. I hated every second of it. But you know what? Whatever. Deal 3 to 2 random enemy followers. If Vengeance is active for you, deal 3 to the enemy leader. Interesting. Kinda bad though. Evil Wrath could be a thing. Maybe. Worst Silver Snipe. Yes, yeah, you're right. This is also worst Silver Snipe. You don't want to play this. Oh, now we are finally down to Haven. Oh my god, how long have I been streaming for? 2 hours? Hey, that's actually a little bit less than I thought. Oh my god, this card review is going to take a while, isn't it? Next, Angels of Covenant. I'm going to try and speed things up. Fusion Havencraft cards. Okay, when cards are switched to 6 cards, at least 10 allied enemies have been destroyed. This match transmute this card into Seraph of the True Key, so you only actually need to fuse 1. Is subtract 1 is Skullfane. Is Skullfane that kind of stacks, and you can actually get 2 of these back. So imagine this, you play Holy Lightning Bird on 1, then you play 2 Angels of Covenant on 2, you bounce both of these back into your hand, and then Holy Lightning Bird will also destroy, right? And then on 3 you play, actually it's only good if 10 allied amulets have been destroyed. So you can actually, it's not about followers leaving play. Crystallize will have to use her this format if it's played. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's not a terrible replacement for Skullfane. It's definitely going to be slower. Your opponent, Crystallized players will have to actually, do they? Oh wait, it's actually bad. Subtract 1 from the countdown of an allied amulet. Oh, never mind. Wait, no. Wait. I just realized. You subtract 1 from an amulet that assuming you have 2 amulets on the field, right? One is a 1 play point, the other is a 1 countdown, the other is 2 countdown. You have 2 Angels of Covenant in hand. You can use 1 to attack to count down the 1 with 1 play point, and then you can play the other one to count down the other one with 2 play point, turn it into a 1 countdown. And at the end of the turn, both Angels will return to hand. It's still kind of disgusting. Oh, wow. I actually cannot judge it. Oh my, there's more. Banish an enemy follower with 3 defense or less. At the end of your turn, if at oh no, there's a banish. Guys, there's banish. Oh no, what's Seraph of the 2 keys though? This is very spicy. A 3 mana 10/10. Summon copies of 4 different allied countdown amulets destroyed this match. Give all allied countdown amulets last words, deal 2 damage to the enemy leader and restore 2 defense to your leader. Basically, they have to kill this. Or they have to banish it. Or transform it. In which case you cry. But either ways, you have countdown amulets. Oh, Seraph is a top for Havencraft. Seraph could also be my win con as Shadowcraft. I mean, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I mean what I say and I say what I mean. But and there's also a subtract 10 from countdown of all allied amulets. You know, I just thought of this. Wait, give me a second. What's the SVG database, right? What is that card? From Rivenbrand. Bronze amulet, Forbidden Altar. Imagine Forbidden Altar alongside Seraphs of the True Form. And there's, I mean, yeah, true. There's a lot of transforms as well. Very interesting. Very interesting. I want to see where this goes. I also want to steal it. I really want to steal it. So yeah, damn. Okay, and then we have Tanzanite Converter. Okay, I really had to go faster. It's a 2 mana 2/2 storm. At the end of each turn, restore 1 defense to both leader. Once on each of your turns, when this first attack or defense is increased by effect, it cannot be targeted by enemy effects. Honestly, I don't feel like this is less of a crystallized card. It's more of a Hugh Haven card. I mean, look, the restore 1 is perfect for Hugh Haven. The Hugh Haven always increases your health consistently with Illuvia. And yeah, what else do you need? And in fact, this you can pair this alongside John. In fact, John plus this, and then you have 4/4 5/5. That's like 9 damage already. 9 damage. You need to heal like what, 5 times, and then you win. It's like, or you can even play 2 of this. 2 of this alongside John Walker. Then what is it? John Tanzanite. You have 5/4/4. If you can heal, you have 5 4/4. 5/4/4 is how much damage? 13. You only need to heal like 2 times. Plus 13 plus 6. Oh wait, 3 times. Oh my god. If look, if you have the prayer urn set up, prayer urn into John into Tanzanite is lethal. Yeah, this is Hugh Haven support. It's not crystallized. I don't know what you guys are. I don't know what I feel like myself just made this Hugh Haven, man. Why did they give a crystallized, or why did they make it look like it's made for crystallized? Oh my god! Imagine having Bodilia as well. You know, now I think about it, maybe I think this is actually a step in the right direction. Now that I think about it, Cygames, right, are now making cards that instead of just being specifically made for one archetype, they can actually branch out into multiple different archetypes. I think that's actually a really good step. If this is the design for the philosophy going forward, I think Shadowverse will be a lot more fun and interesting with a lot more layers. You know what? I'll take back my words. This is really good design. This is a card that can be used in both in Crystallize and in Hugh Haven. So I hope that we see more cards like this, which can fit into numerous different archetypes and supports different archetypes, instead of being so tutor focused to one specific archetype for one class. I really like seeing this sort of design philosophy. On the flip side, I hope never to see a card like Venomous Balmor ever again. Yes, that card is still haunting me. Next we have Muse Goman. It is, do you want to an enemy follower? Do you want to restore one to your leader, Heal Haven? If allied followers have evolved at least 3 times, evolve Haven support. Evolve this follower, and when it evolves, you deal 2 to a random enemy follower and restore 2 to your leader. It's a 2 mana auto evolve. I think it's really, really good. It's just it's solid. I think it helps you, it heals, it destroys, it's good. It's 4-star and even 5-star. It's pretty darn disgusting. Next, we have Wing Brilliance. Wing Brilliance Havencraft card. A fusion, when 2 are filled to as once, transmute this into Great Wing Luminance. If any are in play, draw a card, destroy this card. Oh my god, 2 mana draw 1 is horrible. Whenever an allied enemy comes into play, subtract 1 from its countdown. Are you sure you want to play 2 mana and sacrifice 1 of your board slot for this? Are you sure? What is Great Wing Luminance? Restore 2 to your leader. If you have more evolve points than your opponent, recover 2 play points. You have 0 play points on the board. Or during your turn, whenever your leader's defense is restored, if it's the first time, draw a card. If it's the second time, recover 1 play point. If it's the third time, destroy a random enemy follower. Horrendous. If you're going first, this is 4 mana, draw a card. If you're going second, this is 2 mana, draw a card. And you lose a board slot for the rest of the game. Zero. No, you don't want to play this. You don't want to play this. I don't you maybe you that might be an argument for Wing Brilliance, but Great Wing Luminance is terrible. Wing Brilliance is terrible. And not to mention, you need to fuse 2 cards to get Great Wing Luminance. Why are you doing this to yourself? It's an investment that will come back and bite you in the ass later. So imagine this. You play Great Wing Luminance, and then what? You have 1 board slot taken up for Great Wing. You have another board slot for Prayer Urn. Actually, you still have 3 board slots left for who's that? For John Tarzanite. Actually, it's not that bad. It's okay, fine. It's not horrendous, but it's still bad. You're spending your turn 4 doing nothing. Would Unarel be played again after seeing that? Do Unarel need this? Does Unarel really need this? I think Unarel has enough board space issue already as it is. Just play Unarel. Don't play Wing Brilliance. Citrine Rabbit, put 2 random Havencraft follows with 2 attack from your Tutor's Tanzanite, Tutor's Diamond Master. I mean, you're sacrificing 1 turn for it, but like, it has no evolve effect as well, but you're tutoring Tanzanite and you're tutoring Diamond Master. You're also tutoring Sapphire Priestess. Wait. You tutor Verdilia. You tutor Verdilia. For heal, this tutor Verdilia and another card. For crystallize, it tutors Priestess and Diamond Master. Or Tanzanite, if it oh my god. Verdilia and Tanzanite. You don't need Muse. Muse Chef isn't necessary, but like, but crystallize, assuming they can still finish on 5, right? They can have turn 6 to set up, and then turn 7 they can go for a job. But I think this is huge in Heal Haven. Why? Heal Haven for the early game, right? Turn 3, right? They don't usually have good plays. So what they can do is they can play Citrine Rabbit, tutor both Verdilia and Tanzanite. Turn 4 Illuvia, or if turn 4 they don't have per play, they can play another one to tutor another Verdilia and another Tanzanite. And turn 5 they can, oh my god, turn 2 they can you play the academic follower to draw into a turn 4 follower as well, into either Illuvia or Aether. Oh my god, Heal Haven might be good. It's actually a pass. I mean, it's a 3 mana draw 2 with a body. It's a 3 mana draw 2 with a 1/3 body. This is basically 2 play point stats. You're basically playing 1 mana draw 2. At worst. The worst way you can look at this is a 1 mana draw 2. 1 mana draw 2 of the cards that will likely win you the game. Tutors are very, really scary. Mana efficient tutors are even scarier. In fact, Hill Haven doesn't have a good play on 3. The fact that they have this now will make it a lot more consistent and a lot more scary. This is a 4/5, even a 5/5 card. Yeah, it helps with John Walker, of course, exactly. Isn't that the entire point? But yes, oh my god, I'm taking so much time. I hope I can finish this under 3 hours. Next, Al Mirage. 5 mana, destroy enemy follower, heal your leader. Destroy enemy follower, deal to restore. You know what? Unplayable. Why? You have better things to do on turn 5. You're not playing Arm Mirage on turn 5. You're definitely you have to play Ether or something else. You're not playing one follower. Exactly. Anyways, next, Prayer of Conviction. Banish an enemy follower. More vanish, please. Give my last words a chance. Restore 1 to both leader, Hill Haven, and then both players draw a card. Wow. I hate the banish though. The banish kind of hurts. Oh wow, this is such efficient removal. Oh my god, this is so efficient. This is really, really efficient. Blood Ogre Designer escape into Haven Design Department, the Mao. This is so efficient. Oh, you know what? I think this is at least a 3/5. 3.5/5. I think you have reasons to run this. But damn, I hate it. Oh my god, more Al Mirage. But how many rabbits are we getting? Put a random countdown amulet from your deck into your hand. Subtract. You're not playing this for the evolve. The 2 play point fanfare actually might be relevant. Actually, this is really interesting. We have the card that's rotating out, right? We have the goal that was rotating out that are tutors countdown amulets. I feel like getting countdown amulets for 2 mana is actually pretty decent. Ascended Priestess, yeah, that's the card. I don't think it's that bad. Drawing a countdown amulet isn't that bad. Message retracted, trash. I mean, come on, just speak your mind. I'm pretty open-minded. If you think it's trash, just say it out. And then just fight for your cause, man. Fight for it. But if you believe in something wholeheartedly, fight for it. But I think that tutoring a countdown amulet is actually going to be relevant. Especially since you want to get it out early so you can discount it. Oh, you thought this was a different card? Lamau L. Anyways, next one, Featherfold Courier. I think that's basically, I feel like this one has potential. 3/5. Next one, Featherfold Courier Storm. Enhance 7, summon another one in 4/1. And like, what? Summon 2. Strike, draw a card. So 4, 6, 5. No. No. Next. Wait, no, actually can pair with Wingy. 5? Nah, no, never mind. Next. These are reminds me of Hyungi and Munin. You're actually right about that. Oh my god. Censor from ROB. Oh my god. Actually, Jesus. Oh wait, you're actually right. This does look like Hyungi and Munin. Sheesh. But I think yeah, this one's actually kinda bad. This one is what? Lonesome Moon. Countdown to fanfare and last word. Gave -2 to all enemy followers. Oh my god. I just realized something. Wait, so I went back way too far. Start of turn destruction is counts towards this. If you have a countdown amulet that just destroys naturally at the start of your turn, it counts towards this. Holy shit. That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh, that's actually crazy. Wait, that makes this actually a lot better. It's not unplayable. What about this? Pick of Harvest. Once on each of the whenever allied. What's a charitable? You get a 2/2 storm more every time a follower evolves. For the first time each turn for 3 mana. Come on. Come on. Why? Who? When? Actually, no. Like straight up no. Like actually no. Actually, what is this? You run this alongside John. Pick off the hardest harvest into John, into Tanzanite, into Tanzanite. And then when John evolves, you summon Charitable, and then you go face with John, 5 damage, 4 damage, 4 damage, 4 damage. What is that? 12 plus. Oh my god, that's actually a lot of damage. 17. 17, and then 17, and then end of turn, everything gets +2 plus. Oh my god, actually, oh my god, shoot. Oh wow. Holy shit. Actually, no, it's not crystallized support. The reason why, right, is crystallized once Bejeweled Shrine on the field. If you play Pick of the Harvest, right, you takes up too much spot slot. Then the worst you can get, only thing you can get is you can't even play John anymore. You literally cannot play John anymore. Or actually, you wasted the Charitable All Mirage. There's no point to play Pick of the Harvest in Crystallized. But in Heal though, that's a different question. Heal with Tarzanite, and Verdelia is actually OTK. This is playable in Heal. Oh my god, thank god. It's not even countdown. It's just oh wait, there's countdown. I didn't even realize. I thought it's a permanent artifact. Oh, I sorry, permanent amulet Lamau. L. It destroys on if you play on turn 4, it destroys on turn 7, turn 8. Okay, cool. If it's available on turn 7, I think it's still fine. Next one we have Agile is artifact support. I don't want to read. I really don't want to read. There's so much text. Can I just simplify this? TLDR. When cards are fused to this card, you add two draw cards into your deck. And if once you add 5 or more, you get budget you get budget cyclical fate. You get budget cyclical fate that also draws you cards. So basically means if you draw Retrophia, you win. If you don't draw Retrophia, you don't win. The base form is actually kind of bad. 2 mana, 2/1 that draws an artifact follower. I rather save it to get the evolve effect so that I can actually. And there's no tutor for this guy. True, that's also a thing. There's no way you're getting a Geo on time, man. There's a chance you don't get a Geo on time. They should include cyclical fate into the core set, man. They should. I think cyclical fate should be a core card. It's necessary for artifacts to be good. What else do we have? Synthetic Eden. Ward, select 2 other followers, destroy them, and gain +X +0. X equals the total attack of selected followers. At the end of turn, if this follower's attack is an odd number, deal 7 to an enemy leader, otherwise draw 4 cards. 7 mana, deal 7. 7 mana, deal 7 is bad. 7 mana, heal, draw 4 is also bad. 7 mana, destroy 2 cards is decent. Oh wait, deal 7, heal 7. Okay, that's actually better than. Heal 7. How often is that relevant? Actually, now that I think about it, never. If you're healing 7 again, if you're going against aggro deck, the first 2 cards, this already wins you the game. Actually the heal 7 might actually be relevant. But it's a little bit heavy. It's a 7 play point card. 7 play point, deal with 2 opponent followers, and then heal or damage. Also reduces PP. Does it? I mean that's if you have even attack, right? Can kill its own, but why would you want to kill your own followers? You barely have enough mana to play this card. You want to still want to kill your own followers? If it's like maybe a 5 mana like what 006, I'll understand if I'll consider killing our own followers. But the fact that it's a 7 mana makes it so hard to kill our own followers already. Unless we really have the discount active. Which, let's be real, you're never gonna have the discount active. To change the attack. Also I'd like to mention, right? If you need to deal with 3 followers, right? Then Synthetic Eden sucks. Why? You destroy 2 followers, and then but if you want to go for one effect or the other, right, you cannot evolve. If you have to choose one effect or the other. If you need to draw 4 cards, but then there's a high value threat that you have to trade Synthetic Eden into, then you have to evolve it and swap it to a 7 damage and restore 7 defense. And vice versa. There are times where I think Synthetic Edens might actually just screw you over. So it's very niche, too specific. I'll give it a 2 upon 5. Then Disseminator of Wisdom is an accelerate 1, destroy an allied artifact card that deals 4 to a random enemy follower and 2 to an enemy leader. So I'll say this is what? Decent artifact card, destroy it. 1 is odd and 2 is even. I mean, yeah. You evolve it to change your attack, but it doesn't deal with the board other than the first 2 followers it kills. If there's 3 important targets you need to take out, either you shouldn't play Synthetic Eden. That's what I'm saying. Disseminator of Wisdom is a really weird card. The Accelerate one is already pretty decent. It clears your board. So this one is at least a tier 3 star. On the tiers, its main body is a little bit odd though. It's a ward with fanfare, draw 2 cards, subtract 1 from the cost of all artifact cards in your hand. If you have a full hand of artifacts, it might be a bit good. For Artif, will be collecting several 1 paper artifacts and playing them all in 1 turn. If that's the case, then that makes sense. Wait, and then if that's the case, then yeah, Synthetic Eden actually makes sense. So assuming you have 3 Radiance, right, that's already 14 damage. And then you can play Synthetic Eden, destroy them, turn it into 8. And then evolve it. Oh wait, you cannot evolve it again. Deus Ex Machina. Deus Ex Machina is rotating. I mean, drawing will be a pain, but I think that's why they're adding so many analyzing artifacts into the deck. And there's still Spinara's artifact in rotation as well. Okay, then now that you put it that way, I feel like Disseminator of Wisdom's main body actually has some use. I'll give you a final rating of 4. It still remains to be seen. The 6 mana to do nothing might be too difficult, too dangerous, but actually subtracting 1 actually makes sense. Makes it so you can play them, right? So it's not horrendous. Might actually be even good. Right. Retrofia didn't work with Deus Ex Machina at all. Let's look at the next one. Fiery Barrage. Autocraft cards. When a card is chosen to discard, if Resonance is active for you, this becomes Blazing Barrage. Remove all effects from enemy follower as that changes to his attack and defense and deal 1 to it. Hey, you can get rid of you can remove all the effects from the 1 play point blood, the legendary. Blazing Barrage deals to the enemy leader, and the next time your leader takes damage, reduce their damage to 0. Oh, this is really interesting. Face protection. Which deck would this card be played in? It doesn't cycle. I say this card can be played in Enhanced Portal as a one-off. I think it's good enough. Like just to have another shield. What other control decks? I can run that in Puppet Portal. You guys see my Puppet decks with Flame and Glass? I hope you did. If you didn't, I will be severely hurt. But that could be useful. I could get my Puppet OTK easier. And yeah, definitely. Oh wait, that makes sense. Wait, this is actually really good. Oh wow, this is actually really good. Damn. What's next? Shadow Ruler is resonance active for you. Auto evolve is bad. Strike deal 4. No, you don't want to play this. This is a class. Next is Mitchell Messenger. If 5 or less have been added to your deck, add 2 what? Bifurcating artifacts in your deck and change it to 1. Otherwise, add 2 airstrike artifacts, change your cost to 1, and recover 1 play point. 1 mana, not an artifact. You like the next cards? Okay, sure. I don't even have Orchis, just saying. I actually don't even have Orchis. Summon a bifurcating artifact. Okay. Wait, this is another token. This one, oh wow. Wait, these are some of the cards that Retrophia don't have access to. Whoa. Interesting. I can't judge this. I don't know how strong this will be. Doesn't have rush. Takes out a lot of bot slots though. Bot space. Airstrike is good though. Airstrike is good. So just because of that, I'll say this is a 4. What's next? Homunculus Advent. Do analyzing, more analyzing. As being added, draw a card. Otherwise, put a random artifact follow from deck into hand. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just good. It's a 4 solid. It's really solid 4 and 5. What's this? Aimless Gunner, Storm and Range, 3 mana, 1/2. Evolve all. Enhance 8, do 9 damage. Okay, that's trash. Enhance 8, do 9 is terrible. Take 2. Ooh, wait. I found our replacement for. Wait, no, it's not quite the same. This is not quite the same. I thought this is gonna be a replacement for Blooming Puppet, but it's not quite the same. There was a rally card, right, in Portal that I want to use. It's the puppet one where it puts 2 puppets in your hand and give them last words. Put a puppet in your hand if you rally 10. This isn't the same. With that other card, actually no, this could be better. That give 2 puppets, but with the condition that I have a puppet, release 3. Release 3 total. This one, release 2 total. Yeah, Blooming Puppet was better. But this one isn't bad. Plucky Toy Master, 2 enhanced puppet, unplayable, literally unplayable. Next, Doors T-Time, 2 mana, 4/4. Drain is interesting. Drain is good. 2 mana, 4/4 heal. Okay, decent. I can run this. Next one. Okay, finally neutral. Oh, the puppet package. Only 2 of them interest me. The Toy Master doesn't. I don't see the point of the Toy Master. There's no puppet Wincon. Are you sure? Have you seen my latest video? The Flame and Glass Portal one. Are you sure I don't have a Wincon for puppet? Guys, we have someone that doesn't watch my last video here. Okay, come on, Alex, come on now. How could you say that we don't have a puppet Wincon when we have the flower puppet? I was playing this morning. I just like, you know what, I want to play this one more time before Cassie and Rosa wrote this out. Yeah. I mean, look, of course, it's inconsistent, it's bad, but Puppet has a Wincon. You feel at home here? I'm so glad that you feel at home here, man. But like, oh holy, we are memers. You know, are you a memer? If you're a memer, you should watch that video. It's the Puppet and Glass one. Here's your Wincons. Yes. Wincons that the people never thought were Wincons. Anyways, a Goddess of Compassion, Ram, 4 mana, 3/3. Whatever. You still need to sacrifice 1 card to actually evolve, which you just need to sacrifice a spell, which isn't bad. If this card is fused to 3 different cards, this becomes Condemnation, which becomes a budget Drazael, Artifact and Glass next. Oh my god. Actually, would that be a thing? Maybe a little bit more difficult. Maybe a little bit more difficult. Not that, if I try to think about it more seriously. Continuously say the fact that the 7 legendary portal guy kills your own followers is important because Airstrike and Radiance are import space for artifacts. Okay, you have a point. You have a point. That's actually really good. That's a really good point. That makes it slightly better. Let's see if Radiant. The problem is, right, here's the thing. Actually, you want to destroy a orb play point follower, so that you don't have to waste an evolve point on the Eden himself to activate the 7 damage burn. If you have to use the evolve point on the Eden, you miss out 2 damage from a potential airstrike or even a potential radiant. You could miss Tito there. So assuming your play is like radiant and airstrike, that's 6 damage. Evolve point will be 2 damage. So for assuming your Eden picks airstrike and an orb play point follower, there'll be another 7 damage, 9 damage, 9 plus your 6, 4, 8, 17. You're still 3 damage off. A little bit be miss detail, but I think that might be a life for detail right there. But you must need an orb play point follower. Sorry, or attack follower. Anyways, Goddess of Condemnation is just Drazael on crack that nukes your hand, so you'll never have a hand ever again. I'm not sure how relevant this will be. I don't know how well you can draw in the new expansion, but from what I see, I don't see a lot of net positive cards. Is for control for us bouncing her. Holy shit, you're right. Oh my god. Wait, that's actually scary. Oh no, wait, what? I mean, but imagine, no? Imagine if we can just bounce this every turn. Play it, return it to hand, bounce, play it, return it to hand, play it, return it to hand, play it, return it to hand. She also eats loot. Oh my god, you're right. Holy shit! I didn't even think about that. Oh my god. That's crazy. Loot support? Wait, this is also a pretty decent. Wait, if you're going second, this is actually a pretty decent turn 6 day. Wait, this keeps going second, Luke going second, a chance to fight. Wow. Huge. Actually, straight up huge. And it doesn't mess up the commander pool as well. Oh my god. Holy shit, I need to finish this soon. I still need to go to Honkai Star Rail. I haven't logged in today. Oh my god. Wait, Harbinger of the Night, Fallen Angel, useless. Seraph of Sin, Fallen Angel, useless. Angel of Darkness, useless. Chess use her. Oh my, that would be funny as well. Provisions are plenty. 2 mana, draw 2. Oh wait, actually draw 2 if you fuse a card. Fuse to any card. Wait, this is a net positive. Actually, no, not really net positive. It technically is a net positive, but it's hand neutral, card neutral. But will be run a lot. I can see this being run a lot. Really good staple 4-star. Step Soldier is a dutiful steed. Unplayable. What's next? Meddling Angel, Fanfare, random card with fusion from your deck into your hand. For 3 play points though, if only it was 2. Radial moment. Actually, wait. 4 play points for that, actually 4 play points is actually not that bad Angel of Darkness. Wait, which one's Angel of Darkness? This one? 2 play point, evolve, destroy all followers. I don't think so. I mean, actually, unless heal. But heal will OTK you. Heal will OTK you. Kaze was also okay, right? Hmm? Oh, right. Kaze, you're right. Kaze was also a 3 mana 3/3. Oh, this is basically Kaze. Oh my god, you're right. This is just Kaze. Heal killer, buff killer. You know, you target buff more because if it's Heal Haven, right, they just win. They just win. Oh my god, you're actually right. This is just Kaze. Okay, there's only one issue. Actually, yeah, doesn't matter. But you know what? You can tutor this with Send in the Troops. But yeah. But sadly, 3 PP goal is also in set fee. True. Actually, you can just cut the 3 PP goal, right? She's just there to tutor. You can use her to tutor condemns. But now you can have Meddling Angel. We can see if it's more consistent. Hugh Haven does try to win early with multiple agents sometimes. True. And then Angel of Darkness will actually destroy them. Oh, she searched the court. Oh, right. Damn, there's gonna be a lot of cooking going on tomorrow. Or it's actually for me the set is gonna come out today. In exactly 12 hours. But okay, and last one, Smiting Shower. Deal 5 to an enemy follower and enhance 6 it goes to an enemy's face. Feels like a finisher. Feels like aggro finisher. It feels like aggro finisher. You probably run this in sword. Enhance portal support. Oh my god, you're actually right. Oh my god, wait. Cutthroat into now you have a cutthroat into Spitting Shower. Is that a play? No, it's not. It's enhance 6. You're 1 mana off. Lamau L, I thought. I thought Lamau. But anyways. Oh, but it's a 10 point play though. Cutthroat into a Smiting Shower. That's kind of funny. But yes, this one's a little bit bad, but I can see it being an aggro finisher. Meddling Angel to me feels something you ever run in Shadow Reanimate decks. Really? True. New girl that deals 9 for that one. Isn't the portal card was actually terrible, isn't it? I look at it for a second. The Aimless Gunner, enhance 8. Alright, this is enhanced portal. I forgot enhanced portal was a thing. You still can play alongside Cutthroat though. 9 damage. That's 14 damage. Yeah, it's definitely okay. Yeah, it is better than Blackgrass. But you can kill Blackgrass into Cutthroat. You can go Cutthroat Blackgrass. But you cannot go Aimless Gunner Cutthroat or any version with Cutthroat. Not being condemned is way better than being condemned. Okay, yeah, true. I'll that's right. You're right. You're right about that. But yes, that's basically all the card reviews we have for today. Thanks for coming on. Oh my god. Currently, let's go with some finishing thoughts. Biggest winner of all time might actually be Blood. I think Blood is the biggest winner. Blood is the biggest winner. All of the classes actually got some really decent cards this time around, except for maybe Swordcraft. Swordcraft is a little bit questionable. Swordcraft might be the loser. I feel the kit is a little bit all over the place, and the cards are really questionable. Though there are some good cards. Forest might be good. The Wisps are definitely huge. The deluge of arrows is a meme that I want to make happen. Runecraft got earth, dirt, good dirt. Dragoncraft got this motherfucker. Shadowcraft got sun spice. Sword got Shion and Mana Chi, just wise faster. Oh my god, that's a thing. Oh my god, you're actually correct. Oh my, actually no, they can just destroy. Okay, they can just destroy wise. Oh wait, that's actually spicy. You're right. Oh my god, I didn't even think about it. I forgot wise was a thing. But that's still a very hard play to pull off though. You're sacrificing 4 followers for that. Oh man, please. Anyway, Shadowcraft might be the second best winner. Shadowcraft got some really spicy cards this expansion. I love the Shadowcraft expansion. And then Havencraft cards are really decent. And with the exception of like 2 of the bronze cards. Blood is good. Portal was decent, a mixed bag with, and neutrals are questionable, which yeah. So overall winners, Blood, Haven, Shadow are the biggest win, and Blood, Haven, Shadow biggest winners. It's also Peerless Warrior support. She gives 12 worth for stats and doesn't die to it. Oh my god. You are right. But then you still have to fuse 5 followers. Still questionable though. But anyways, and then Forest was, it's actually good. Forest won a little. In the middle, we probably have Forest and, so who did I say? Haven, Blood, and Shadow, right? Then Forest and Dragon are probably in the middle, simply because of Voracious Venom more. And Runecraft as well. And then at the very end, at the very bottom, we have Sword and Portal. I think that's my list for now. Anyways, thanks guys for coming on. Of course, in 12 hours from now, actually 13 hours and 30 minutes, 5 o'clock. Actually, in my time, SGT is actually 5 p.m. So if you want to come online, we'll be cooking and we'll be playing the Order Shift expansion then. Yes. And of course, I also have to upload this onto onto YouTube. So yeah. Thanks for coming on, guys. It was a blast reviewing class with all of you. You guys gave me quite a lot of insight into what is going to happen. And I have a lot of ideas for tomorrow. So yes. See you next time.